This episode, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Today, on the whatever number episode this is, I want you to intro.
Ah, shit. Welcome back to the Real Duo podcast, episode 11. I think we're on 11.
I assume so.
I'm one of your hosts, Devin.
And I'm one of your hosts, fucking Wade. I almost forgot my name.
What you been watching, Wade?
I watched 2 movies over this long weekend, and I watched 2 TV shows.
Oh, shit. Anything good?
I saw the Netflix Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron. It was
yeah.
all right.
I was wanting to watch that. Was it any good?
It's fine. I mean, Zac Efron was fine in it. Some of the dialogue was a little iffy. It's very just surface level biopic where you know exactly where it's going to end up. You get to see Zac Efron's butt at one point. So if you've ever dreamed of that, then maybe you should watch it.
Spicy. I dream of that every day.
Then this movie's perfect for you.
God, I'm gonna have to watch it now.
I watched. What else did I watch? I watched The Last Black Man in San Francisco, which I absolutely loved.
Never even heard of that.
It's a little indie movie that came out, I think a month or 2 ago. It's the most basic bitch plot ever, but it's one of those. It's one of those movies that the tone of it and the vibe of it, and the cinematography and everything, it just sucks you in, and you just kind of want to live there for years. It's so great, and I loved it.
I've never heard of it until you just told me. So.
It's pretty good.
You say it was an indie movie, or was this a full blown?
No, it's a little indie movie. It's 2 hours, I think, but it's a small. I think it was at Sundance or something a couple months ago. And it was by first time director, actor, actors, essentially filmmakers. And they did a really good job, which is surprising.
I was gonna say that's always a little iffy to go with, but
yeah, they did a good job of making San Francisco feel real, and they felt very real. One of the dudes in it gives this 10-minute monologue that's the most emotional fucking thing in the world, and I'm like, God damn, I couldn't do this shit.
Did you say they actually shot in San Francisco, or they made a little mini?
I assume they shot in San Francisco. There's a lot of shots of the streets and them skateboarding on the street and everything.
All right, that's cool. I actually watched. Wait, what were your TV shows? What did you say they were?
True Detective season 3. I finally got around to watching that. I thought you've
been talking about that forever.
I know, because I love True Detective season 1. Season 2 was poop garbage. Season 3 was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's not as good as season 1. It's a little too similar to season 1, which I had a little bit of a problem with. And I noticed some of the dialogue was I described it as Nolan-esque, because Christopher Nolan does this a lot in his movies, where he has characters kind of say what they're feeling instead of showing. And there's a lot of that in this season. But Mahershala Ali was fucking fantastic, and Stephen Dorff was fucking great in it as well. And then I just finished an hour ago. I just finished watching The Boys on Amazon Prime.
Boys.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about that, actually.
I've heard great things about it. I thought it was okay. I don't think it was amazing, but I enjoyed it. It was a really dark, fucked up TV show. It's sort of like Watchmen meets RoboCop.
Oh, so sci-fi.
Well, I mean, it's about superheroes, but it's not really about the superheroes. The superheroes are kind of corporate. They're run by this big company, and they're all corporate, egotistical, monsters who put on this fake persona of being a cool, fun superhero, but really they're all just horrible monsters. And it's really fascinating. It's really and Carl Urban shows up. He's the main character, and he's just you know what? Fuck these superheroes. I'm gonna go kill me some superheroes. Then he gets a team together, and he's we gotta go fuck up some superheroes. It's really fun.
That's fucking badass.
Hell yeah, Carl Urban. I love him.
It's really badass.
What have you been watching?
I watched 2 movies over the week. You know about one of them, Casablanca. I watched that.
Did you like Casablanca?
Surprisingly, yes. For a 40s movie, I wasn't going in. I wasn't expecting to like it.
There's a lot of good 40s movies. You fuck.
There probably is, but this was my first time, so it was gentle with me. But seeing how movies compare today to that, it reminds me a lot of modern movies. Like it's a romance
Yeah,
movie.
it's sort of like Citizen Kane, where if you watch Citizen Kane, a lot of the shots are like, holy fuck, this kind of looks like a modern film.
Yeah, and I saw like a lot of like phrases and stuff that people use a lot nowadays, like the end when he goes, "This is the start of a good friendship" or something.
Yeah,
like all the people. I heard some modern lingo in there. Like one of the guys says, "I'm going to catch her on the rebound." I'm like,
"When I catch you on the rebound." Where do you think that fucking came from?
Well, I knew it came from somewhere. I didn't know they used it in the 40s.
Catch you on the rebound, motherfucker.
He didn't say motherfucker. That would have been amazing.
That would have been awesome. Yeah. Fucking asshole. He just goes on a rampage of cuss words.
And there was only one African American in that movie.
Yeah, the 40s were a different time. They were some would say better.
I wouldn't say that. I'm sure that every food there is disgusting. So, but he was the pianist. Pianist. So, have you seen that movie?
I've seen it. I have it on Blu-ray. I love it.
Oh, really?
I watch it every year or so.
I like it. It's for sure a classic, and it deserves to be a classic. And then the other movie I watched was Rango, which
Rango. Did you like Rango?
It held up, to be honest.
I watched Rango for the first time like a year ago, and I was like, "Holy shit, this movie was actually a lot of fun."
Yeah.
Why did it take so long for me to watch this fucking movie?
Johnny Depp actually tries.
I couldn't even tell it was Johnny Depp. he was actually like giving a shit. He wasn't just like, "Oh, I'm weird Johnny Depp with my weird kind of Australian accent."
The only thing I hate about that movie is every time I watch it, it makes me thirsty because it's all about water.
Yeah.
And it bugs the shit out of me. It's like, God, I need to go get a glass of water after that.
I love how the whole movie is just Rango's just like a fake poser. He does nothing the whole fucking movie. That's so good.
Killed him with one bullet.
Hell yeah.
It holds up though. Some of the jokes are kind of sometimes, but it holds up.
It's fine.
It holds up. Are you ready to get into this news that we have so much of?
Movie news. Where's Dylan with that fucking intro? We need like a movie news like thing.
I know he needs to work on it. You
slacking, Dylan.
He's working on his degree, so we'll have to pay him soon for the music.
Education.
We'll have to pay him for the music. He's going for a music
degree. This podcast is more important. This mediocre podcast that like 10 people watch.
Hey, at least somebody watches it.
I know somebody watches it. And that's it.
Yeah, him and then me and you watch it like 4 times.
Devin, or Dylan, whatever the fuck your name is. I'm awful with names today.
You can't remember your own name.
I can't.
How do you expect to remember somebody else's?
My name's Raheem Shabazz.
My name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
You want to start? You want me to start?
You can start. You hosted the fucking thing, so you start.
We're equals here, so if you want to start, you can. But all right, I got some things about the Goonies.
Oh shit, Goonies 2?
Yeah, Goonies 2 will happen someday in the future, promises the main cast.
Is this gonna bring back the original cast, or is this gonna be like a new thing?
Probably, considering the main cast are the ones who announced it.
Well, the whole point of the Goonies was like a fun kid adventure with kids. They're all like 80 now.
Maybe it's their kids.
Fuck,
their kids.
Stop doing that. Don't do that. They do that with every reboot now. Where all the kids of whatever. Like, fuck you. Don't make this movie.
The Goonies
where's Gremlins 3? I want Gremlins 3.
Do you consider the Goonies a classic?
I saw Goonies once when I was a kid, and I don't think I appreciated it as much as I should. I really want to go back and rewatch it because all I remember was seeing that like big pirate ship, scene, and it was really fucking cool. But I don't really remember much of it.
I remember the big dude with the messed up face,
Sloth or whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, you guys."
Yeah, Josh Brolin's in that movie. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Where?
He's one of I don't know his fucking character's name, but he's one of the older kids.
Oh. I did not know that. I haven't seen that movie in years.
I haven't seen. I've saw
probably last time I saw it was like 7. So
yeah, probably. I really want to go. I always see it whenever I go on like my Blu-ray runs or whatever. I see it and I'm like, I'm gonna buy this, but then like something else catches my eye and I get it instead. So I'll watch it at some point. But I mean, hey, they've been talking about movies too for like 20 years.
Yeah. I think most people would consider it close to a classic because everybody seems to enjoy it. So
oh yeah, there's some diehard Goonies fans out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sure when Goonies 2 is officially released, they'll just go in their shorts, just a little.
Yeah, going droves to that fucking movie.
I also got some J.K. Simmons news, I guess.
Oh shit!
similar. Simon Pegg, you know who Simon Pegg is.
Simon Pegg. Speaking of Simon Pegg, he was in The Boys. Holy shit.
Simon Pegg and J.K. Simmons are in a new thriller called My Only Sunshine. So I have no idea. They haven't released anything just because it's still in the casting phase. So they casted Simon Pegg and J.K. Simmons.
I mean, hey, I'll go say it. I love J.K. Simmons and I love Simon Pegg. He needs to quit doing American accents though, because he's not very good at them.
Who, Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
He's British, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just do his British voice.
Yeah, just do his fucking because he did an American accent in The Boys, and I was like, that's not your fucking voice, you fuck, and it sounds so fake.
I think the first thing I ever saw him in was Paul, to be honest.
Oh fuck, he wasn't Paul, yeah. He was. I think the first thing I saw him in was like Mission Impossible 3. And then like Hot Fuzz and Sean.
I didn't get into Mission Impossible until later in life, so I didn't see him in that.
You should get back into it.
I've gotten into it especially ever since I saw Fallout. I'm like, shit, I need to watch all these.
After the second one, because the second one is utter garbage. The second one is
it? I thought the third one was garbage.
No, the third one I don't really love because it's just kind of bland and boring. But the second one is like trash garbage.
What's the second one called?
It's just Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, okay.
They didn't get into the names until the fourth one.
It's fucked it up. You fucked up the continuity.
Fucked up. There's no continuity in Mission Impossible. There's a little bit, but not.
The actors.
Nobody gives a shit.
The actors. They brought back the wife that I didn't know existed.
Yeah, they've been like having some like storyline since 3. There's been this like weird storyline. It's like stop.
I didn't even know the wife existed until I saw Fallout. I was like, who the fuck's this?
Yeah, a lot of people did because nobody gives a fuck about the continuity.
She looks very similar to what's her face, the other chick in the movie.
Oh, Rebecca Ferguson.
Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah. They look. I was like, yeah, they do look similar.
They look similar. I was like, is that one chick? I'm like, what happened? Why is she
your sister?
I was like, what is this? What you got though? I got some more stuff, but what you got?
Aaron Sorkin's new movie, Trial of the Chicago 7, adds some cast members that are really fucking interesting. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in it.
Ooh.
Seth Rogen, Mark Rylance, and Frank Langella. Fuck yeah, dude. That's an awesome cast.
That is. Why is Seth Rogen in this?
I don't know. Seth Rogen was in Steve Jobs, which was another Aaron Sorkin.
He was in The Lion King.
Was he in The Lion King?
He's Pumbaa.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, you didn't know that?
No.
Who'd you think was voicing Pumbaa?
I just saw some fuck. He was Pumbaa?
Yeah, he's Pumbaa.
Did he do his fucking like Seth Rogen laugh?
I didn't watch it. I don't know.
If he didn't, they missed out.
I'm sure they did. I can picture it so vividly.
Come out of a fucking warthog's mouth.
It sounds like he's been smoking for 30 years.
Fucking disgusting.
He has. I got some Fast and Furious news. Fast and Furious 9.
FF9.
You probably have you heard of this? I'm kind of pissed about this news. Cody Walker, who's the brother of Paul Walker, confirms Paul Walker will be in Fast and Furious 9.
This seems kind of disrespectful.
It does.
Because Paul Walker's fucking dead.
Yes, but they get consent from family. So I guess Cody Walker gave
consent. So I never understood. I haven't seen like half of these fucking movies, but I never understood the way Furious 7 was marketed. Was like, oh, one final ride and like blah blah blah, and they made a huge deal out of Paul Walker dying, and they like marketed the fucking movie as if this was like the final one, and then they were just like, nah, fuck it, and they just continued on. I was like, what was the point of having this movie?
I thought the one
Paul Walker, if you're just gonna like make more, and then now they're bringing it back, like that's just like what the fuck? Why?
I thought the one ended with them like going separate ways, Vin Diesel and Paul Walker.
Furious 7. That was the fucking end of the movie.
Like just leave it at that.
Sad song.
Apparently, they want to use deep fakes and put his face on Cody Walker. That's what. No wonder fucking Cody Walker gave consent. He's getting paid to be the stand-in.
Yeah, he's gonna be the fucking. Hell yeah! Come back.
That makes so much sense now.
Yeah,
so much sense. I don't think this. I don't think this needs to happen.
It doesn't.
Stupid and ridiculous.
It doesn't need to happen. Fuck it. Let Paul Walker fucking rest.
Fuck it.
He's a bad actor anyway. Let him fucking die.
You can't say that now. He's dead. You got to say.
That's right. I have to say he's the best goddamn actor on the planet.
Yeah, because remember that his whole story blew up. I didn't even know who the fuck he was until
nobody did. him dying was the best thing for his career.
It was. I mean, it's sad to say that, but it was.
No, that's true. I'm not making like a joke out of that. That's true.
I know you're not, but it's sad to say that. Because the only thing he did was Fast and Furious. That's the only thing I know.
He did Fast and Furious and then like a couple like small indie movies and shit that no one ever saw. He made like some weird like dog sledding movie.
That's all I know from him. In wait, yeah, he did. I've seen that movie actually.
It was like below zero or whatever.
8 Below or something.
8 Below, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know why I've seen that. Like 3 dogs died in that movie.
That's all you remember from that fucking movie.
They left him to freeze in the snow. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I remember the movie. Yeah, fucking 18 dogs died in that fucking thing.
No, 3 dogs died. I don't think they really died, but they died in the movie.
Well, yeah, but still, that's just such an odd thing to remember from that movie.
Because I remember the whole movie isn't about people, it's about dogs. So you just watch these dogs just go on this adventure, but they can't speak or anything. So you're just watching these dogs, and then some of them die. And that's it. That's the whole movie.
I prefer Snow Dogs with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Snow Dogs. Isn't that an animated movie?
No, that's a live action movie. I saw that fucker in the theater.
Did you really?
I did.
I cannot say the same for 8 Below. I saw that on disc, but
I saw that on like TV.
What else you got?
Eva Longoria is directing a biopic about the Cheetos creator, and it's called Flaming Hot.
That's a dope title.
But, that is a cool title. I don't know why this exists though.
I don't either. Are we just making biopics about random people now?
I guess.
Like, I don't give a fuck about the Cheetos creator.
I mean, unless he's like a big asshole or he's like a Nazi or something. We don't need this movie.
Like, did something happen? Because I know Frito-Lay owns Cheeto. Like, did something happen? Like, is there a story there?
I have no idea. I don't know the story at all.
Frito owns a lot. Now that I think about it, Dorito.
Imagine Cheeto. It's just like a straightforward, just like, hey, this is the guy who made Cheetos, and he's just a guy, and he never did anything wrong, and he was just whatever. That'd actually be really funny.
Picture. This is how they made the Cheetos. This is what I imagine. He's got some cheese puff things, and he sticks his finger in like a jar. And there's like some cheese on it. He licks it and goes, This would be a good chip.
Make it a chip. That's why the Cheetos look like that. They look like fingers.
I know. So I'm saying I want to eat this, but this is my finger.
I want to eat my finger.
This is my finger. I don't know what to do with it.
Maybe
make it into a chip.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Maybe that'll be
a direct tie-in into Super Size Me. Is what it is.
Hell yeah.
There we
That'll
go.
be in the trailer. He'll just dip his finger in a big bowl of cheese and just be like, I got it.
Like the idea.
This is genius.
This is fucking stupid. Why is this a movie? How is this even a movie? How is this going to be at least an hour and a half?
There has to be something there.
Maybe. I'll have to Google it. But then I'll know the whole story. So then what's the point of me going?
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't know. I'll wait till the trailer comes out.
I got some Freddy Krueger news.
Oh shit! Are they bringing back fucking Freddy Krueger again?
Maybe. Robert. How do you pronounce his name?
Robert Englund.
Robert Englund. He says he can do Freddy Krueger one more time if they're willing to let him.
Fucking let Robert Englund be Freddy Krueger. He came back for that fucking TV show on ABC, The Goldbergs or whatever, and I was like, of all the things, he's gonna be on this goddamn ABC TV show. Bring his ass back for one more movie. I love Robert Englund. He's so fucking funny.
It's gonna pull a Logan, and it's gonna be like amazing.
No, don't make it serious. Make it just as goofy and dumb as the other movies.
Yeah, he was asked if he was gonna do any more, and he said, "I would do one more if they were gonna do another movie." He said,
yeah, put him in the makeup. He's still alive. Like,
I was gonna say, how old is he? He's been Freddy Krueger for a long time.
Probably in his 70s. Probably.
It's been a while. He's been Freddy Krueger for a long time.
Yeah. As long as it's not another remake, because they did the remake in like 2010.
How many Freddy Kruegers? There's not as many as Halloween movies, but
there's like 8 or 9 plus the remake.
Jesus.
And then plus like Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, that catastrophe that happened.
Mate, where's Freddy versus Jason 2? I'd rather see that. Fuck yeah, bring that back.
With Robert Englund?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Freddy versus Michael Myers. Freddy versus Ash. Freddy versus fucking whoever.
Freddy versus It.
Dude, we need to go to Hollywood right now.
It's owned by the same studios. I don't even know if they can do
Who
that.
Who gives a shit? That's $1 million idea right there.
I know it is Warner Brothers who owns.
I'm pretty sure Freddy Krueger's Warner Brothers as well.
Spicy.
We gotta fucking if in like a year from now this idea comes out, they fucking stole it from us, and we deserve some kind of royalty.
There's probably random people looking through stupid podcasts like this, and they're like,
"Fuck, these ideas.
These guys got it going on.
Hell yeah,
some ideas."
Fucking Ryan Reynolds stole one of my fucking ideas like a year ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he steal?
It was announced. I don't know if this movie's still happening anymore, but there was he announced that he was making a movie about like a pothead who thinks like people are trying to like invade his house or whatever. And I was like, I was writing something that was very similar to that. And I was like, you fuck.
Sounds like Home Alone but on drugs.
Yeah, that's how they described it. Home Alone but with like a pothead.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he follows you on social media. And
he probably does. You fuck.
He has a fake account and he follows you.
Spying on me.
Yeah. That's how he gets all of his jokes. He just finds it from other people.
Well, I get my jokes from other people too. So he's stealing those too.
Where does this all lead to? Who's the guy who makes all the jokes? That's the movie I want to see.
It's gonna be like a fucking
Born Identity. Biopic.
Yeah, we need a Born Identity type like action thriller about the guy who makes all these goddamn jokes.
They locked him in a room and they're like, just write jokes.
Just write jokes for us, man.
We'll put them on social media. Like write them now.
That'd be a dark fucking movie.
Speaking of Halloween, though, we were talking about it. I have some Halloween Kills news. They bring back the original star Kyle Richards as Lindsay Wallace. So I don't know who that is. I don't know. I've never seen
who.
Kyle Richards.
I'm trying to think because I've seen the only Halloween movie I've seen is the original. I don't remember that fucking character, and I'm not gonna see this movie, so I don't really give a shit. I don't know who that is.
Wasn't there a kid in the Halloween movies? Is this person in the first one?
There was a kid.
Maybe this is who that is. I don't know.
It might have been that fucking guy. I don't know.
I'll do some Googling. What's your next thing? I'll let you know in a minute. I'll do some.
Next thing. Netflix. I have a couple little small Netflix bits of news. The Irishman and Dolomite is My Name. Both come into theaters a couple weeks before they premiere on Netflix, which kind of sucks because I'd rather just sit at home and watch these movies. And also, The Irishman, the runtime has been revealed. Fucking 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Good God, that's a long movie.
Fucking Martin Scorsese.
Why is it so long?
I don't know. This movie better be fucking great.
I've heard so many things about The Irishman, but I don't care for it that much. So
I'm gonna see it. I've been looking forward to it for a while. Just because I like Scorsese and I like his like old school gangster movies and stuff. And this kind of seems like it's going back to that. But 3 hours and 30 minutes is fucking way too long, I think.
This is the chick.
I don't recognize her at all. Because she's an adult now. If she was a kid back then, I don't fucking.
She may have been. I don't know. But that's who's returning in Halloween Kills, the first of a 2-part movie.
Cool. Can we just end these fucking Halloween movies already?
That comes out in the same month, apparently. Which I
the
still
Halloween
don't understand.
Cinematic Universe.
Halloween Cinematic Universe. They're gonna make it to like 13, and then that's when it'll end.
They've already made it to like 13.
Have they? I thought they were only at like 11.
There's a lot of Halloween movies, dude.
There are, and they all are garbage.
Yeah, and there's 3 movies in the same series just called Halloween.
There's the first one, the remake, and what's the third one?
The new one that just came out.
Oh,
that's just called Halloween.
What the fuck? Like you can't think of any title besides just Halloween.
Oh, it takes place on Halloween. It's a spooky movie. Just called Halloween.
What the fuck's with these sequel names? Kills and Ends.
Halloween Kills sounds kind of badass. Halloween Ends is a little like, all right, what? Might as well call it Halloween Endgame. Like, fuck you.
That's what it is. They're gonna do time travel.
Halloween Endgame. Fuck. We got to go back and kill Michael as a baby.
And then they're gonna be like, no, that's not how time travel works.
God damn it.
They got to go steal his machete.
They got to go steal the Infinity Stones.
They got to snap them out of existence.
It's a secret sequel to the Endgame
that no one knows about.
That would actually be really cool.
It would be stupid, but yeah,
it'd be better than fucking just having another slasher movie.
That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be 2 of them though. It's gonna be broken up in 2 parts. But they also come out in the same month, so even if there's a cliffhanger, it's like, oh, I can just wait a couple weeks.
Just wait till next week, and then I'll just get the conclusion.
Get to see the end of it. And unlike Infinity War, where you had to wait a year. So
I guess.
There you go.
This is dumb.
It is dumb. We'll stop. We've been talking about it for too long anyway. So we've
Fuck
talked about
Halloween.
this. We've been talking about this for like 4 episodes of our 11 episode podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So we mentioned it like 4 times.
Exactly.
And we're probably not even going to go see it. So I don't know why we keep mentioning
No.
it.
Probably not. I didn't see the newest one.
I might see it eventually on like years from now. But
if these don't come out on Halloween, somebody fucked up. I'm sick of these fucking movies. I think the last one came out like during summer, and I was like, why would you? It's called Halloween.
I don't think they are. I thought they were coming out in like September or something of next year.
Fucking.
That's what I thought.
But it sucks.
Plus, they can't. There's 2 movies. How can they both come out on Halloween? So one of them's not.
Put one out on Halloween, and then put one out like right after Halloween.
Put one out Halloween morning, and put one out at midnight.
Exactly. Boom.
Halloween Ends comes out at midnight.
Halloween End comes out at the end of Halloween.
There you go. That'd be kind of stupid, though.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Spend the whole day in the movie theater on Halloween.
Yeah.
We could be getting candy.
Yeah.
No.
That'd be fun.
No. What else you got?
There was a trailer for Breaking Bad. The
Breaking
Bad movie right after we shot the last episode.
Yeah,
trailer came out.
This is kind of old news, but still.
Yeah.
We're still going to talk about it because we like Breaking Bad.
It's called El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie.
Which is dumb. It's a dumb name.
Well, I like El Camino. I think that fits. And apparently that means the path or whatever.
It means the road, yeah.
The road.
There's so many things called El Camino, and it's like they could have picked. Yeah, there's a lot of things called that. And then,
I mean, we're running out of titles anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a cool title, I guess. What do you think of that? What do you think? This was an actual true teaser. Like you keep saying teasers are just trailers.
Teasers because they are. This told you fucking nothing. It was just like, hey, here's 50 seconds, and then Skinny Pete looking fucking rough.
He does. He looks like he's been doing drugs for a long time.
Exactly.
So do you think there's a time jump in this? Is that where you think this is?
I think it'll take place in real time because Breaking Bad ended in like what, 2013?
Yeah.
2012, 2013. So I think they'll just do it in real time.
So it'll take place in 2019? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
No more flip phones.
That's fine. I mean, I watch movies now that still have fucking flip phones in them.
Yeah, because they're easy props.
And they don't have logos on them.
They're like $10.
Exactly.
So. I like seeing Skinny Pete. I didn't know he'd be returning, and
yeah, that's fun.
We're obviously getting Jesse because name dropped him.
Imagine if he's not in the fucking movie.
It'd be really stupid.
Everyone just mentions him like, where the fuck is Jesse Pinkman? And he's just not in the movie.
And we did get confirmed this is a Netflix movie, so
it is, yeah, which is really cool.
No theater release, which you thought it might have been a theater release, but because you said last time that you thought it was gonna try to bank off that moolah.
Yeah, it surprised me that it was a Netflix movie, but it makes sense.
Netflix own the rights? Is that why they can do this now? Is that why?
Breaking Bad's been on Netflix for like years, so probably.
Yeah. And it's confirmed this is written and directed by Vince Gilligan. So
good.
So
fucking good. I don't like the subtitle "A Breaking Bad movie" because that implies that there's going to be more, and I don't want that.
It doesn't imply that.
Why would then just call it El Camino?
I have another subtitle for a movie later on that I need to tell you about.
Shit,
it's in a later section of the podcast.
Is it a Breaking Bad sequel?
No, it has nothing to do with Breaking Bad. But I'm excited for this though. I hope it's not super long. I don't really want to watch a 2.5 hour movie of this. But
I would.
Would you?
Breaking Bad is something that it's one of those shows that you really like need to get into and invest in. It'd be weird if this movie was like 90 minutes.
I'm saying 2 hours. That's what I think it should be. 2 hours.
I'd be fine with 3 hours. Fucking.
That's a bit much, but
make it fucking 3 hours.
I'm excited, and we don't know if Bryan Cranston is actually in this or not. Because I looked at IMDb, the only confirmed cast is Skinny Pete and Jesse Pinkman. So
yeah, I think he will be. I think there will be some kind of like flashback cameo of Heisenberg.
Maybe, and then
or he's alive and he's just back.
No, that'd be stupid. Don't do that. It ruined the whole movie or the whole show. I'm excited though. I'm excited to see where this goes. Do you think like Jesse's like falling off the wagon in this movie, or do you think he's like?
I kind of. At the end of Breaking Bad, I kind of like hoped Jesse had like some kind of happy ending because he got fucked in the whole show. He got fucked.
He was a slave, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so I hope he has a little bit of like a happy life.
I forget. Is that kid still alive that he likes by the end of the show? I can't remember.
Well, spoilers, but I'm pretty sure that kid's fucking dead.
I know one kid died.
No, because remember he was like tied up in the car, and they went to his girlfriend's house, and he like that assassin guy like shot both of them.
I remember him shooting the girlfriend. I don't remember.
I think he shot the kid too.
Ah, dang, that's sad.
I think that fucking kid's dead.
Poor Jesse.
Yeah,
he got fucked.
That's why I hope he has a little bit of a happy life in this movie, because if not, he's gonna fucking kill himself.
That's his weakness is kids.
Exactly.
And
the word man bitch. Away from kids and bitch. No, bitch is his strength. That's how he like gets his powers. bitch.
We better get it. We better get a good one in this movie. I'm just saying.
Bitch.
Do you think we'll have any like surprise cat like Saul? You think we'll have Saul?
Well, seeing as how Bob Odenkirk said they were finished filming, I think he'll show up in it at some point.
I don't know anything about this.
Which is really interesting because that means I'm gonna have to fucking finish Better Call Saul before.
I'm trying to keep spoilers away so I can just watch this and not have anything spoiled. But I think we'll probably get him. The other friend probably. I don't know his name.
I want Todd to come back. Did Todd die? I don't remember.
Todd died.
Fuck. Bring him back.
He got shot. He got strangled and then he got shot.
Shit, that's right.
Yeah, Jesse did that. They killed off a lot of the cast, so I don't know.
Yeah, most of the cast is fucking dead.
What about the Walt's friends? I forget their names. The guy and the girl Gretchen and I forget.
Those like business people or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they're still around. They could
come
back.
What about the wife and Walt Jr.?
I mean, they're still around. They can come back.
We'll see. I hope Walt Jr. comes back. I like him.
I like Walt Jr.
If the wife comes back, fucking murder her.
I hope she's dead. Skylar sucked.
Fucking kill Skylar off, and you can kill off Hank's wife too. I don't care about her. Hank's dead.
Why would she be in this? Hank's fucking gone.
I don't know. Maybe they're doing a funeral for Hank.
It's like 5 years later.
No, like it'll start.
Maybe it could. Maybe it'll start with the funeral of Heisenberg.
It might, because it might start back when the show ended, and then
his tombstone will say, "I am the one who knocks," because he's a fucking badass.
I'm sure if he did that, because like you can pay to like put stuff on your gravestone. What if he did?
I would do that.
I'm the one who knocks.
I am the one who knocks.
Say my name.
Say my name.
Heisenberg.
You goddamn right. Just that. You're goddamn right. Just put that on his fucking tombstone.
One of the best quotes of that show.
Fucking A. That's one of the best intros of any episode of any TV show I've ever fucking seen.
That whole show is just amazing.
Because he says you're goddamn right, and then the theme song plays, and I'm like, fuck. It's so cool.
It's so good. I got some Rocky 4, 6, whatever fucking movie this is. 7. Apparently, the Rocky 4 stars Dolph Lundgren and Carl Weathers will be returning.
In Rocky, wait.
Yeah. They were seen on set together.
On set of what?
Rocky 7 or whatever it is.
They're already filming this fucking movie. How the hell's Carl Weathers died?
I know. I don't fucking understand.
Apollo Creed died in Rocky 4.
I don't understand. Is this like an alternate reality?
I don't fucking know. They're gonna de-age Carl Weathers because he's like 80. Dolph Lundgren coming back makes sense because he showed up in Creed 2. That's fine. But like, what? What the fuck is this movie? This movie better not suck. This better not be another Rocky 5 situation.
I don't know. Maybe this is like a dream or something. Like
possibly.
He has a dream of like his possible future that could have happened.
I would think that if they were gonna bring back Carl Weathers, they would do it in the 2 movies fucking called Creed.
But he's dead.
Have some kind of flashback, like when Michael B. Jordan's like on the fucking mat and he's like bleeding out. He could just look out into the audience and just like see his dad there, but he's not really there. And then he gets up and he's like, "Fuck yeah!" Like something like that.
He looks old as shit. So
he's very old.
Would they de-age him? It takes so much money.
They have to.
Maybe I don't know. I really don't know. I saw this. I saw the picture too.
Yeah, I saw they had like a reunion or whatever.
Yeah, but they're saying the reunion was because they were on set together, and that's why.
So strange.
It is. It's
don't
really
make
weird.
This movie, Stallone.
Who knows? Maybe they were just there just to see Stallone.
Maybe. I don't know.
And everybody's like, "Oh shit, they're in the movie," but they're not.
Fuck. Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
I got 2 more things. You how much more you got?
2 technically.
All right, what you got?
The director of Donnie Darko is reportedly writing and directing another biopic, based on the life of Rod Serling, the creator of The Twilight Zone.
Does he have an interesting life?
He was an interesting guy. He was really into sci-fi, and he was really into like spooky shit.
I was gonna say, to do The Twilight Zone, one of the most classic TV shows ever.
Yeah, and he wrote the original Planet of the Apes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
the good one,
the best one, in my opinion. The weirdest, goofiest fucking movie on the planet.
I don't know anything about this guy, so I couldn't tell you.
He's a really interesting guy. I don't know if his whole life is like fascinating, but
I don't know either. I'm sure they could spice it up for a movie, but like I've seen a couple episodes of Twilight Zone, and I know some of them are like really deep. Like
the original Twilight Zone, I used to watch episodes with my grandpa. That shit was fucked up.
It was, and there would be a lot of twists that you wouldn't expect coming, and a lot of really weird shit. And
that show was awesome.
Did you say he wrote it?
What, Twilight Zone?
Yeah,
he hosted it. I'm sure he wrote a couple episodes. I think he did.
I was gonna say, it takes a good thought processor to be able to do that. So
yeah,
I'm sure he had a interesting life, to say the least.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd watch this though. Just
I would.
Would you?
I would. I like Rod Serling.
Do you think it'd be about the film industry, like kind of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I mean, it could be. It'd be kind of neat if they made it like Ed Wood, where it's just like an over-exaggerated kind of version of his life, and it's also in black and white, kind of like back when he was fucking around, and it was just kind of over the top, but it kind of gets him right, and it's kind of how he viewed the world in a way, like just this over the top kind of movie. Like that'd be fine.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Is this a theatrical thing?
I don't know. I didn't see that in the thing.
Why are we getting so many fucking biopics? Is this because Bohemian Rhapsody made so much money? Is that the reason?
I mean, there's been an influx of biopics in the last couple of years anyway, but probably yeah.
Because I mean, I know Bohemian Rhapsody made like bank.
Bohemian Rhapsody, and it like won a couple Oscars or something.
And then Rocket Man made bank. So
Rocket Man made bank because it was actually fucking great.
So I mean, they probably
it did something different with biopics.
Biopics are making money. Let's do those. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, biopics are the thing again.
Let's make one about the Cheeto guy. Let's make one about
who the fuck made Cheetos. I need to know. Make a movie.
Who made Monopoly? Who's
made
the
Doritos?
Monopoly? Maybe it's the same guy.
Is it?
Maybe he made Frito, the Frito company.
Shit, maybe. That'd be interesting.
Fucking knows?
We have a biopic about the guy who founded McDonald's. So like, fuck.
I mean, his life is probably actually interesting. That was
a good movie.
That's a big ass corporation. So
Michael Keaton founded McDonald's.
And then like we have a biopic about Steve Jobs. So,
but Steve Jobs was an interesting person though.
He was.
He was so weird.
Would you watch one about George Lucas?
I probably would. I would like to see a movie about George Lucas and his descent into like not understanding his own movies.
Because I mean, when you think about it,
basically what happened
back in the heyday when he was doing Star Wars and Indiana Jones, like he was pretty good, and then he just fell off the wagon.
Well, he didn't direct the Indiana Jones movies.
He wrote it.
Did he write the Indiana Jones movies? I thought Spielberg wrote and directed all of those movies. I thought George Lucas just like produced them.
I thought Lucas wrote and Spielberg directed. I thought that's what it was.
I don't know. Well, we'll find out later.
Yeah, we will. Things to come. I got some Del Toro news. Your favorite?
Ooh, shit!
He's producing a new movie, a werewolf western.
So, what the fuck? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's not directed by, but produced by him.
I don't care. That sounds awesome. He
can have a lot of influence on it as a director. So.
I hope he does, because his movies, even when they're not like great, they still have some really solid like production design, and they have a lot of really good like practical creature effects in it. And if we have a fucking dope werewolf like transformation scene, or just like a werewolf running around with a fucking cowboy hat, like that sounds awesome.
Yeah, why does it have to be a western? I mean, that's cool.
That sounds dope as hell. I don't give a fuck.
Is there gonna be a werewolf riding a horse? Because that'd be fucking insane.
Sign me up immediately. I don't know what the plot is. I just werewolf on a horse.
I don't even know what the title is, but Del Toro said that's what his new movie's gonna
Fuck, maybe it's a prequel to Wolf Cop.
What the fuck is Wolf Cop?
Wolf Cop is a movie about a werewolf who's a cop.
That sounds stupid.
The second I said that, you're just like, what the fuck?
Like, does he speak or does he just howl at
Yeah,
him?
he's a werewolf.
It's fucking stupid. That's worse? That's almost worse than Zombie Tidal Wave. Like, that's just so. It's
Yeah, I mean, Wolf Cop wasn't a good movie. So.
yeah, really.
No, I mean, it wasn't.
I would have never guessed.
It wasn't even like Samurai Cop fun. Like, it was just like a stupid, dumb movie.
I would have never guessed that movie would have not.
It's on Netflix. You can watch it. It's like 80 minutes.
I will not watch it. It's not a real movie, so
it's not
90 minutes.
It's also not good. So
yeah. So why would I watch it if it's not good?
Because it's called Wolf Cop. That's why I fucking watched it.
Why would this be a sequel to that?
Because maybe he's a sheriff in the Old West.
Is that a Western?
Wolf Cop?
Yeah.
No, but again, maybe he's maybe in the Western he's a sheriff and
he lives forever.
He's a fucking werewolf.
Immortal Western
werewolves are immortal until you stab him in the chest.
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure it's true.
You never really see. You never really see like an old grandpa werewolf, so I guess it's true.
Exactly.
I don't know. What's your last thing? What you got?
I guess it's technically the Star Wars trailer.
Oh well, we'll wait on that.
We didn't really talk about that.
Well, it didn't come out last one before we did the last episode.
That's right.
I got Coming to America 2.
More news?
Kinda. It's not really news. It's just Louis Anderson returns and claims that it will make $1 billion.
Was Louis Anderson in the first one?
Apparently. They said he's returning, and he made the claim that Coming to America will make $1 billion.
It won't.
No, it won't. It won't. No, not even close to $1 billion.
I really need to rewatch Coming to America because I don't remember him in that movie at all.
He probably barely in. He's probably like a cameo in it or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. I thought that was I thought it was funny that he thought it would make $1 billion. I don't know if he was being serious or if he was joking, but
we're probably joking. Because that movie, imagine this fucking sequel to this movie that came out in the 80s that only like a few people remember. Oh, it's gonna make $1 billion, dude. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. People are gonna be like, oh, it's Eddie Murphy. Let's go see Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's not relevant.
He is. He will be once the trailer for it.
He will be once Dolomite Is My Name comes out, which I'm excited for.
And Mulan 2, and he's not in it. And people are like, what the fuck is Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, exactly.
And then people are gonna uprise and be pissed. That's all the movie news I have.
That's all the shit I got.
I have some other stuff, but it's Marvel and DC stuff.
So I don't have any Marvel news.
Really? I have a lot.
I didn't see any Marvel news.
I have a lot, so we'll get into that later. Do you want to talk about the Star Wars trailer?
Sure.
Did you actually see it?
I've seen like the clips. I've seen some clips of it. I didn't watch the whole thing because wasn't most of the trailer just like clips from other movies?
Yeah, it was. It went in order of release, so except it didn't show Rogue One or Solo. Which
I wonder why.
It'd be funny if they showed Rogue One, but they didn't show Solo. That'd be kind of funny.
That would have been really funny.
I
would have given them all the money in the world for this movie if they did that one thing.
They actually showed the prequels though, which I was surprised by. I thought because they started with the episode 4, and I'm like, oh, they're just going to show the original.
I mean, the prequels are canon; they have to.
But then they showed the prequels. They showed Hayden Christensen, which makes me believe that he's going to come back as a Force ghost. But
he probably will,
because he was at Star Wars Celebration, and he's in this trailer technically.
Fucking of course, he probably will.
He'd probably come back.
He'll be back as a Force ghost, and he'll do his fucking nod. And then we'll see him standing next to fucking Ewan McGregor as Ben Kenobi. And then they'll stand next to fucking Luke. And then Luke will be standing next to Yoda. And then fucking Yoda will be standing next to Kit Fisto. All these goddamn characters are coming back. Mace Windu will fucking come back for like one shot.
Liam Neeson, he's going to come back and be Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn will come back and he'll suck just as much as he did in fucking Phantom Menace.
He'll do his nod. What do you think of the clips that you saw from the trailer?
I mean, it was fine, I guess. It looks so like standard. It looks like a standard Star Wars movie. Like they're fighting on a Death Star again. Cool.
It's in the water though.
Oh, cool. Oh man, that's so different.
Ooh.
And then that stupid fucking, I know everyone has been like loving it or whatever. That stupid like flippy lightsaber that fucking Rey has, that's so dumb. Somebody made a GIF of like when she flipped it out, it was like a Swiss Army knife and it just all this shit came out. That was really funny.
I've seen that. That's actually, I've told you this. It's a nod to Rebels because that's where that first was seen. He has somebody else has one of those flippy lightsabers.
It's so stupid. That's so impractical and dumb.
But when you fold it, you have two.
Cool.
Then when you unfold it, you still have two. It's just on the opposite
Having
end.
two clearly doesn't give you an advantage.
You could scissor somebody.
All right, cool.
I thought it looked cool in the moment.
I think it looks dumb.
In the moment. I don't think that is real.
It's not. They would, if that was real and Rey was actually turning to the dark side, they would not put that in the fucking trailer.
No. Disney knows how to manipulate people.
Yeah.
With their trailers.
It might not even be in the fucking movie. That might have just been for the trailer.
You think so?
I mean, they do that with the Marvel stuff. Why not?
That's Marvel though. They're kind of like a subset.
They did that with Force Awakens. They shot a bunch of shit for the trailers that wasn't in the movie.
I guess. I still think this is like her vision of being evil, like Luke had in Episode 5. That's what I think.
Another goddamn dream sequence that goes nowhere. It's not going to be explained.
I think this is just her like figuring like, hey, you can turn to the dark side. Don't do it. Be good.
Possibly. There was a Collider made a video talking about this trailer, and Christian Harloff brought up a theory that he had where he thinks Rey is like a clone. And I think the way he described it, I'm not going to go into it now because I don't remember it, but the way he was talking about it, I'm like, that could actually like work if they did it right, but I could also see it being totally like garbage if they fucked that up.
A clone of who? The Emperor?
Just like the Emperor made clones, and she's a clone.
Oh.
And there's multiple Rey clones out there.
Oh.
And then this would be an evil Rey clone that she has to fight or some shit.
No, I don't like that. I'd rather do the Shmi thing than that.
The Shmi thing? That stupid fucking thing? I don't know. I think this movie is just going to be very basic. It's just, she's got to fight Kylo, and then Kylo dies.
I really hope they're holding out stuff for the trailer that's just like, this is going to be dope type thing. But
did you hear that apparently JJ came out recently, was like, JJ. Oh, you know, the I think he said like The Last Jedi didn't affect any plans that they had or whatever. And I was like, bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
I heard that. Like he's just saying that for the cameras, but inside he's like, "You fucked up this trilogy."
Exactly. He's. I'm sure when he was sitting down and writing this fucking movie, he was like, "Fuck."
I forgot that Ryan fucking did that in that last movie.
Fuck you, Rian Johnson.
He was probably writing. Oh yeah, Luke's gonna do. Wait. Oh,
he's shit. Like, "Fuck, I can't have Luke in this movie because he's fucking dead."
What if they retcon that?
There's theories that might happen.
I was talking to Dylan about this. My theory is, what if he's like so Luke has just become so powerful, his ghost form can manipulate the real world, kind of like Yoda. I mean,
the ghosts can already do that.
I know, like Yoda. We see Yoda uses lightning or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean,
and Yoda smacks Luke with a cane in Episode 8.
And they can also sit on logs, apparently.
Yeah. Which, how would that work if they couldn't? Would he just fall through the earth?
I guess.
Or does he just, maybe he's levitating over the log?
I guess. None of it's ever explained.
Because he's a ghost. But yeah, maybe he can actually like do shit. And
I think they should bring him back like Gandalf and just fuck it. He's alive again. Fuck it.
He's Jesus, like pull the Matrix.
Yeah, why not? They fucked up.
That's probably what they're gonna do in Matrix 4. He's Jesus.
They're gonna have to.
Maybe. Or maybe I also think they could retcon it as he wasn't actually on that island. He force projected onto the island and then force projected from the island.
Yeah, I guess that'd be really stupid. But I could see that happening.
They could totally retcon it that way. But like, oh, he wasn't actually there. He was over there, force ghosting over there.
They could do that. I don't want them to do that, but
I don't want them to do that either. I want this fucking franchise to end peacefully. That's what I want.
I want it too. I don't fucking
die in peace.
I don't want it to end like a piece of shit, but I think it will.
I don't think it'll be a piece of shit. I think it might be mediocre at the worst, but
yeah, but that's not what you want from the final movie.
It's not what I want. The trailers have me a little worried, but I'm hoping they're just hiding everything. That's what I'm hoping. Hope.
Yeah, I hope they're hiding some shit as well.
It's sad day.
Sad.
Just it'll when December rolls around, we'll probably have like a 3-hour podcast just talking about that movie. So
about fucking episode 9.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
And Cats.
And no, I'm not fucking seeing that movie.
I'm seeing Cats, so I'm gonna talk about Cats. You bastard.
You're just seeing it because Idris Elba's in it.
I'm seeing it because I like musicals. You fuck.
But it's not going to be good. It's going to be horrifying, and it's going to scar you for life.
It probably will. But hey, at least I'll have a story to tell.
You're going to have dreams, and you're going to be like, fucking cats.
At least I'll have a story to tell, Devin.
Yeah, when you're in the mental hospital.
I'll be able to tell my kids, like, don't fucking see this movie.
You're going to be in the mental hospital.
Look what it did to me.
Back and forth, and you're going to be like, I saw
goddamn cats.
You're one of the 5 people that went to go see it. And
I'm sure there'll be more. There'll be at least like 10.
10, maybe. If you're counting the world, I was just counting the U.S.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine. I don't know. I mean, Asian people like weird shit.
Oh yeah, they probably go see it.
They'll fucking go see that shit, dude.
They'll go see it thinking it's food. So
what? Oh fuck! Fuck you, you racist.
I actually got some video game news. If you want to talk about
shit.
That. Yeah. Telltale is getting a reboot. Have you heard of this?
What?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know how a company gets a reboot. But
did they get like bought out and they're just coming back?
I think so. Yeah. So Telltale Games coming back apparently.
That's good. I'm so glad because it broke my heart when fucking Telltale they went bankrupt or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they make some really good like story games. They're really good storytellers.
They do. Walking Dead's really good.
Yeah.
I've heard. Did they make the Guardians one? I've heard that one.
They did. Bad. I haven't played that one because it didn't really interest me.
They've made a Batman one, haven't they?
Yeah, the Batman game was fucking awesome. Both season 1 and 2. Wolf Among Us was fucking great. I've been waiting for years for Wolf Among Us season 2, so maybe that'll happen.
Do you think they'll continue any of these? Or do you think they're done with those and making new stuff?
I think they might bring a couple back. I think The Walking Dead is done. I think that's probably finished.
I still haven't played season 3.
I haven't either. They put out a definitive edition that has like all of them in it, which I'll probably get and just play through all of them.
I need to finish season 3. I haven't finished. I finished 1 and 2, but I never 3.
Yeah,
1 and 2 were really good.
1 and 2 were great.
Didn't they die out before they finished season 3 or something?
They died before like the final couple episodes came out.
Yeah, people were pissed. They're like, what?
But they did put out the final episodes.
But I'm glad, especially if they got bought out. Hopefully they can stay up longer because they do a good job.
Yeah, and hopefully they can have some more money in these fucking games and they don't
they're
the same.
They're very unique franchise, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you don't see a lot of games that are story driven and the graphics look that weird. Like it's a weird kind of.
Yeah, I hope they kind of change that. I hope they like make them look a little better.
But yeah, I hope the best for them. So
yeah, it's great that they're coming back.
You got any game news or TV news?
No.
All right, moving on then. What do you want to do, Marvel or DC?
What do you want to do?
It don't matter to me. I have Marvel news, so if it's Marvel,
I don't have any Marvel news.
I'd just be telling you all this shit.
We could do that.
All right. Miss America series reported development.
Why?
Disney Plus. I don't fucking know. I didn't even know Miss America was on their radar for anything.
I always get Miss America confused with like Stargirl from DC because they both are dressed the same. They're both in like the American flag outfit.
Yeah. I don't know her powers or anything. I just know what she looks like.
I don't fucking know.
Make Squirrel Girl. I'd rather watch that.
Squirrel Girl would be a lot of fun, actually.
Than Miss America. There's a lot of these reported that I don't know if they're actually going to happen or not. Remember they said Nick Fury was going to be one, Rocket and Groot were going to be one. Now Miss America,
I didn't hear about the Nick Fury one.
Yeah, there's talked about Nick Fury having a
Leave
Disney
Nick Fury
show.
alone.
What would they do?
Rest.
Just be a spy show.
We need to see him do more shit with cats.
He's got the flirkin.
Yeah,
the flirkin.
We don't need that show. I hope that doesn't happen. How about you just wait till these fucking shows come out and see how well they do before you start announcing 15 other shows, Marvel?
True. I mean, they've already announced like 15 shows.
Exactly. Let these fucking shows come out and do their thing before you just start announcing, oh, we're just doing TV now.
I mean, apparently all these shows are 6 episodes. So because Paul Bettany actually confirmed that WandaVision is basically a 6-hour movie. That's what he said.
Good.
So that makes me think that all of these are 6 episodes.
I hope so. I mean, that makes sense. I don't want to sit through a 13 fucking episode.
So that's 6 weeks though to watch this show because
that's short.
Yeah, but still. This is stupid news, but I just wanted to tell you this. I don't know if you've seen it. Captain Marvel's hair in Endgame, it was all CG.
Yeah, I saw this on like some of the behind the scenes stuff. It's CG.
I couldn't even tell, but it makes sense because her helmet coming up and down. It makes sense.
Well, she didn't wear her fucking helmet in Endgame.
She did. She put it on when they were in space, I thought.
No, she just had her normal fucking face.
That, and she probably cut her hair before.
Yeah, was that haircut actually her?
I think that was her hair, and that's why they put the cap on so they could CGI the long hair.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But that, and when she's in space, her hair's got to float.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, but when she's just on the ground, it doesn't need to be fucking CG.
I didn't even know it was CG. So
that's what I'm saying. Like Marvel is going a little bit too overboard with this fucking CG shit. Just put a wig on her.
There was somebody who spent like 3 weeks just making hair.
Yeah, that money could have went to something else.
Just one guy sitting there is like, I've been working on this for 3 weeks, and nobody's even going to notice that it's
that money could have went to fucking Mark Ruffalo in Infinity War, and he could have looked a little better.
That head bobble
and that fucking weird like head in the fucking Hulkbuster thing.
Rhodey has a scene like that in Infinity War too. When he takes it once, he's like,
take that fucking hair money and put it over there.
Redo it.
Redo the whole fucking movie.
Re-release it. Yeah, and then I got some Thor 4 possible rumors.
Shit.
Chris Pratt may be in it. That's what some rumors say.
As Star-Lord?
Yeah. Well, who else?
I hope there's some I don't know, maybe they recast him like they do with fucking everyone now. I hope they have some kind of Guardians Thor thing because Endgame set that up so cool. And that's a fun idea. And then they're just like, nope, they're not going to be in Thor's not going to be in Guardians 3 and the Guardians aren't going to be in Thor 4. So it's like, all right, well, fuck you. So I hope there's at least a little bit of.
I think Guardian it's a cameo, if anything, but because somebody asked Chris Pratt, they're like, are you going to be in the MCU anytime before Guardians 3? And he's like, maybe. I don't know. Like kind of that weird, like, I know, but I'm not going to tell you type thing. And then rumors started circulating that Taika Waititi met with Chris Pratt, so he might be in Thor.
Yeah, I mean, he also met with Ryan Gosling, and everyone's freaking out because is Ryan Gosling in the fucking thing? Every time Taika Waititi meets with somebody, they're like, oh, he's in Thor 4.
He's gonna be the villain. Oh. He's gonna be Enchantress.
Shit, Ryan Gosling?
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
It's no, they're bringing back Matt Damon. He's gonna be Enchantress.
Fuck.
Why don't they do that?
Because he was really just like some actor guy.
I know, but still, he should be Nova.
That would have been really cool. He would have made a fucking awesome Nova.
I can't wait until I bet Nova's going to be in Guardians 3.
I fucking hope. The Nova Corps was in Guardians 1.
I know, and then they got demolished in Infinity War.
What the hell is Rich Rider? God damn it.
Did you hear the Russos say that they threw Nova in Endgame? You just have to look very carefully.
That's bullshit.
At the end with the portals, they
didn't do that.
They put a Nova in there. That's what they said. That. I don't know if it's true.
They can say that. No one's ever going to find that because he's not actually there. They can say that all they want.
Probably not, but you never know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's like a little blip.
Why would Nova be there? He doesn't know any of these fucking people.
Because he's part of the Nova Corps, and the Nova Corps.
He's like, who the hell? There's a metal man and a fucking guy with an axe.
There's another guy that has a hammer that's floating.
And there's a giant ant guy. Like, what the fuck?
There's a spider dude.
Yeah, he wouldn't know what the hell's going on.
A flying Pegasus. What the hell?
Yeah, he'd be so good. He wouldn't be fighting Thanos. He'd be like, what the fuck is all this shit?
What's going on? Yeah, I mean, he might be in there though.
I don't think he is.
The Nova Corps is some of the Nova Corps in there.
If they take a screenshot of that scene and show me where the fuck he is, then I will believe it.
Howard the Duck's there somewhere.
Howard the Duck is there because he's actually there.
And you said if he was in there, that'd be the greatest movie of all time. So
I say a lot of things.
But you said that. You said that like when Infinity War came out. Like if they put Howard the Duck in Endgame, greatest movie of all time.
I meant as like a prominent character.
He was in it though. You didn't say that.
He's
You
in
said
it. He didn't fucking do anything though. Craig also in it. And he doesn't fucking do anything.
He probably shot his rocket in the background. You just didn't see it.
I need to see it.
He got his big ass bazooka.
So it's not the greatest movie ever made.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier show will show a dark yet fun post-blip world.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Cool. I also saw that apparently like part of the plot is that people are going to be reacting to having a black Captain America, which I'm like, can we like stop with all that shit? Like black people are kind of like the thing now. So like get over it.
Black Panther.
Nobody gives a shit.
But people are like, oh, Captain America's supposed to be a white guy.
But he's not, because there was like a Mexican Captain America at one point.
Real people uproared about that. Did you see that? Like right after Endgame came out, people are like, I can't believe they made Falcon Cap. Falcon's never Cap. But
well, I don't think those are racist. I think those are just people who don't know the comics.
Oh no, people made racist things about it too. But I just generalizing it, and people, I just like, have you not read the comics? Falcon has become Cap before in the comic.
Well, I mean, I guarantee you most of the people who saw Endgame don't fucking read comics.
Probably not. But like, you don't even have to read comics. You can just Google that. Has Falcon ever been Cap? Boom.
Yeah, you could, but they don't want to do that.
No. A lot of people have been Cap if you think about it.
My dogs. Hold on. Continue.
What were we talking about?
Black Cap.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it'll be like a prominent plot point though in it.
No, probably not. But it's just annoying that we have.
I'm sure it'll be mentioned.
Just fucking make him Captain America. Who gives a shit?
Somebody's gonna be like, "Get your dirty black ass out of that suit."
That'd be actually really fun to see Disney do that. Get your fucking dirty Negra ass. Hold on. There we go. But that'd be fun to have in like a Disney show.
Like, I feel like that's what it's gonna be, like one line, and people are like taking it out of context. Like,
probably, but it's annoying either way.
Either way,
I like the blip stuff. I think that's neat because Far From Home kind of just brushed it off. It was like, whatever, forget about it.
I like how they showed people actually coming back. Like they just pop up, like wherever they were. It's kind of funny. I got some Moon Knight casting rumors.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh, you're gonna be pissed about this.
Keanu Reeves?
No, it's not fucking Keanu Reeves. Just like if you were to think of this actor, you would just be like, why is he even relevant anymore?
Is it Eddie Murphy?
No, it's not Eddie Murphy.
Who is
Shia LaBeouf.
I mean, he is a crazy person.
He's legit a crazy person.
He's a legitimate crazy person.
He may legit
probably nail
have
that
schizophrenia.
He could probably nail fucking Moon Knight better than.
Could he get ripped enough to play Moon Knight?
I mean, anybody can get ripped now. Give him like $5 million. He'll go work out.
Would you actually legit want this though?
I don't know.
It's just rumored
being Moon Knight, but I don't know if I want it.
It's just rumored. It's not like it's confirmed or anything.
Interesting. I don't know.
I didn't even think Disney would even want to associate with him after all of his drug shit that he has going on. But I mean, like they did it Robert Downey Jr. and he had
that's true.
Bad background, but
they could do it again.
They could bring him back. He could be the next star of the MCU. You never know.
Shit, dog.
After the Transformers saga, that was bad.
I mean, I'd give him a shot at it at least if he was gas.
I still think it should be James McAvoy, but that's probably not going to happen.
Probably not. He's too busy making clown movies.
He's only made one.
They'll make more.
Nah, they won't. Nah.
The director has already talked about making a third one.
I know he has, but nah. I hope this movie makes like $100 million and then they just give up on it.
No, it'll make like $15 billion.
It probably will. How much did the first day it make?
Did it made a lot of money.
Did it make $1 billion?
I don't think it made $1 billion, but it made quite a fucking lot.
People were so hyped for that. I don't feel like people are as hyped for it. Like it comes out this week.
Really?
Comes out this weekend, yeah. This coming weekend. But like nobody
putting out horror movies in the middle of fucking summer.
Nobody fucking cares because nobody. I haven't heard anybody be like, I'm gonna go see it this weekend. Like, nobody cares
because it's been like 2 years since the first one, and everyone's just kind of like, all right, whatever.
The phase has ended. Then my last piece of news: Sony and Disney back at it again. They're meeting again this week to discuss Spider-Man related things.
Good. I still think there's going to be some agreement at some point.
Probably. This is the rumors I've heard. Sony is coming back to offer something to Disney. I don't like this offer, but it might be the best we can do.
What is it?
They said Disney can have Spider-Man for 5 to 7 films, but the catch is they want to be able to use Tom Holland in the Venomverse.
How does that work, though? Would those movies not be canon to the MCU?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, are they not canon and he's just in it?
See, I don't understand why in the Venom movies and stuff, why don't they just bring back Andrew Garfield and have him be the Spider-Man in the Venom stuff?
Or why don't they just recast? And because they still own Spider-Man, they can use him.
Yeah. Just
don't use Tom Holland. I'm sure people can differentiate that there's 2 different
Spider-Man. People are
Spider-Man.
smart enough. People went into Spider-Verse and was like, all right, this is a different Spider-Man. They weren't like, what the hell? Like, this is fucking nuts. Like, people are smart. They can fucking get used to it.
They can figure it out. It's a different guy. That means it's probably a different Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or you bring back Tobey Maguire or something. I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
Like, you can make more money, Sony. Make another.
If they brought back Tobey Maguire, that the next Venom movie would make $1 billion. Like, no problem.
Like, they could pull a. Have you ever seen? I think it was called Ultimate Spider-Man, the show or something. It was like a $20.99
show. Spider-Man Unlimited.
Yeah, Spider-Man Unlimited. Yeah. They could do that. Like, he kind of like gets sucked into this vortex, and then Tobey Maguire just pops up in a different universe.
Yeah, do that. Do a live action Spider-Verse movie and just bring in fucking Tobey Maguire.
Or bring back Andrew Garfield, because I'm sure he would love to come back. He loves Spider-Man. You don't have to use fucking Tom Holland. Tom Holland can just stay as the MCU. Or just be weird and make it Miles Morales. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
That would be fucking really cool. I wanted Marvel Studios originally when they said Spider-Man was going to be part of the MCU. I was like, why not just make it Miles? Just make Miles the Spider-Man in this universe. Like, that would have been fun.
I think they should do that. Like, just have Peter Parker be Spider-Man in MCU, have Miles Morales be Spider-Man in.
They could do that. And then they could do a Spider-Verse thing down the line.
Then that, or and then I think they could switch the rights later on. They kill Peter Parker, bring Miles in the MCU, and then Peter Parker can go to the Venomverse. If the Venomverse is still successful at this point.
Hollywood, hire us.
I'm sure there's a lot more that goes into that.
I don't give a shit. We just came up with an awesome fucking deal.
And then Sony's offer is also Disney would get 25% of.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck how much Disney makes off these fucking movies. I just want Tom Holland in the MCU.
I do too. Have you heard? I don't remember if I was talking to you about this or was it somebody else. The Disney owns the TV show rights. Remember I was telling you about that?
Yeah, we talked about this on the.
Yeah. Because so Tom Holland is actually coming back to voice the What If show for Spider-Man. So do you think, would you want to do a live action TV show for Spider-Man? I think I asked you this last time, but
you did. But I think a live action Spider-Man show with a big budget could be fucking sick.
It could be.
Because the Spider-Man cartoons are fucking sick most of the time.
Could be. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more ooey gooey crap that goes into this than we're thinking, but
probably. But
still. And then the last thing that they're meeting for is they're trying to get the rights to Homecoming and Far From Home to stream on Disney Plus. So, but
it's their fucking movies. Why they don't have permission to stream those? What?
No, Disney doesn't. No,
that's bullshit. That's dumb.
Because apparently, well, what's really weird is that when Disney Plus releases, they will only have 4 MCU movies on there because they only own the streaming rights to 4 of them.
What?
And they're like the bad ones. They're Thor: The Dark World, Iron Man 3, Endgame, and Captain Marvel.
How do they not own the streaming rights to their own movies?
Because like Iron Man 2 is on Amazon Prime and something, and then the first Iron Man's on Hulu and stuff. Like, it's weird. Like other streaming services have the rights to them.
Take that shit off of all those other bullshit.
It's really weird.
This is dumb.
The reason they have Captain Marvel and Endgame is because they're the newest ones.
Yeah.
And then they don't have Incredible Hulk because Universal owns the streaming rights.
They don't need Incredible Hulk.
I'm sure they're trying to get all of them to put on there. Like, how do you not have Infinity War? Who does Netflix have that technically?
I mean, it's on Netflix, so yeah, probably.
It's really weird. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's for them to figure out. Why would you make this streaming service if you don't have the rights to most of the movies you want to put on?
Exactly.
They said they'll have all the Star Wars movies at least, because since they bought Fox, they have the streaming rights to all those now.
How do they have the streaming rights to like The Last Jedi? That was on Netflix.
They may not have that one, but they said the originals at least, I think.
So they're the only good ones, the ones that matter.
But they're going to be the altered versions, I'm sure, not the
God damn it.
theatrical release ones.
So this isn't news then. Fuck all this shit.
Would you actually care if there was
if they updated the original theatrical cuts and this was like the first place you could see them at? Fuck yeah. That'd be awesome. I mean,
you're still gonna watch Disney Plus shit anyways, because you're gonna be mooching off.
I'm gonna watch the stuff that I care about.
Yeah, you're gonna be mooching off mine.
Yeah.
You gonna watch The Mandalorian?
Probably. It looks good.
All right.
I'll give it a shot.
We can review that when the time comes.
Yeah.
All right. That's all the MC or Marvel stuff I have. So on to DC.
DC.
What you got?
It director confirms the Flash movie is his next project.
I heard about this. He probably won't stay there for long because this is like the fifth director they've got.
I don't believe that for a fucking second.
He might stay in though, just because does he have the best track record of most of the directors that were tied to it at one point?
I guess I don't know. I don't know his track record other than the It movies.
He's made I think he's made another movie. I can't remember what it was. He made another blockbuster.
I just think nobody wants to fucking make this movie because they don't want to work with Warner Brothers in DC.
I mean, he already is. It is a Warner Brothers.
That's true.
Thing, so he's already working with.
They want to make a DC movie because they don't make any money.
Probably not. That's probably Warner Brothers gets hard shit on all the DC directors. They're like, okay, this has got to make money. We're trying to make a universe here.
Probably, yeah.
So I still don't think the Flash will ever be made.
Which sucks because it could be really fun.
And it was supposed to be a Flashpoint movie at one point.
Originally, it was supposed to be Flashpoint, and then now it's like, oh, we're not really doing Flashpoint, but Wonder Woman 84 might be Flashpoint, but who the fuck knows? So it's all just kind of up in the air at this point. Nobody knows fucking anything about the DCEU anymore.
I don't know. I don't know what's in it and what's not. So
yeah,
who knows? Who fucking knows?
Next, James Gunn eyes Taika Waititi for a mysterious role in the Suicide Squad.
I saw this.
Fuck this movie.
Who do you think he's gonna be?
I don't know, and I don't care. I don't like Taika Waititi at all.
Does it hurt you what did he do to you?
He's not funny. I think he's very annoying. I don't like him.
Touch you in inappropriate places, Wade.
Maybe.
Because you seem to have something out for this guy.
I hate people who think they're super funny when they're really not.
He is funny though.
He's not.
You're one of the few people that I know that doesn't.
Yeah, because I know comedy.
Are you sure?
I guess. I don't think he's funny though. I don't like his sense of humor. I think it's dumb.
That's your opinion, but
it is my opinion.
Not a lot of people agree with you.
I don't have to. Fuck those people. A lot of people also fucking like Ragnarok.
I like Ragnarok. It's
one of
my favorite. It's one of my favorite MCU movies.
Y'all don't know humor.
Y'all don't know humor.
I don't know. He could be anybody. He could be fucking King Shark for all we know.
Actually, I have who's going to be cast for that already.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Who is it?
Comedian Steve Agee. I don't know. I don't know who.
Because I know comedy.
Steve Agee.
I don't know. He's King Shark?
Yeah.
Shit.
No, he's a comedian. Is King Shark funny?
Not really. But I could see him being turned into a comedic character. That's fine.
Is he actually going to look the way he does in the comics?
I hope so, because he looks really cool.
But so you don't think that would not translate, but fucking Beta Ray Bill won't translate well to a film?
No, because it's a human body with just like a shark face.
Yeah, and that's not gonna look weird at all.
No, because a horse, for one, doesn't have a human-ish body, and it looks weird. And also, he's going to have to speak without moving his mouth like a human. That's strange. A shark, a little bit more fantastical. Sharks already look like they're fucking made up anyway, so that's fine.
Is he? Does King Shark breathe water, or does he breathe air?
I think he breathes both.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is he gonna be like in a giant fishbowl the whole time?
No, he can get out on land for a little bit.
I was gonna
say he's like Ape Sapien. He can, like, if he gets enough, he can fucking come out and like do shit.
All right. And then I have some Suicide Squad casting.
There's a lot of Suicide Squad news.
Yeah, there is. I have some casting news. I only got one. I have two actually. They'd land Nathan Fillion in a secret role.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Who do you think this is gonna be?
It'd be cool if he was Green Lantern, because he's voiced Green Lantern in a couple of the animated movies. Why not?
Why would he be in that movie?
Why was Batman in the first one?
Because he was taking on Deadshot.
Okay, maybe fucking Green Lantern just pops in and says like, "Hey, what's up?" He fucks and then leaves.
They get Nathan Fillion for a cameo.
Yeah, I mean, well, they'd probably expand him out to something else for Green Lantern Corps if that movie ever fucking happens or something. Because he does a good job at voicing Hal Jordan in the cartoons.
Maybe. I have no idea. Why do they? This is so. He has two secret roles in Suicide Squad. That's interesting. Taika Waititi and Nathan Fillion.
It's very interesting. I don't know who either of these fucks can play.
Would it be better? Which would be better for you for Taika Waititi? A CGI character or him in the movie?
I'd rather have him.
Really?
I'd rather just have him just be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Like he's playing himself.
That'd be totally fine. Why not?
That would be kind of funny, actually.
Self-aware with it. Get fucking goofy with it. Just, hey, I'm Taika Waititi. What's up?
Maybe
that would actually be fucking funny.
I don't know.
And maybe because James Gunn is writing all his dialogue, maybe he'll actually be funny.
I don't know. What other Suicide Squad news do you have?
Well, that's all the Suicide Squad news I have. But I have apparently this is a rumor. Apparently, there's two shows coming to HBO Max. One is the Green Lantern Corps, and the other one is Arkham Asylum, but without Batman.
Oh shit! What the fuck? Green Lantern Corps is gonna have a big budget.
I don't know. These are all rumors, so there's no real like information on it. But they said it will focus mostly on Kyle Rayner, who's like he's been focused on a lot recently in the more recent comics.
Fucking Hal Jordan or get
Don't get Hal Jordan.
I'd rather have him. I know who he is.
Kyle Rayner's
John Stewart.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude, John Stewart.
If this has a big budget, because like I don't know how you would do it with a small budget, because a lot of it takes place in space, unless you're not doing it in space. But
yeah,
they could I guess they could just do it on Earth.
I mean, it is HBO, and HBO has a pretty big.
Yeah, they do some good CGI work for TV shows too. Yeah. So, are they gonna make the suit CGI again?
Well, I fucking hope not.
I'm so sorry, Ryan Reynolds. I hate to do that to you. This could be interesting.
This could be fun,
especially if they could somehow tie it into the DCEU, whatever the fuck it's called.
They won't.
They probably won't.
It'll be in another goddamn universe,
like the fifth one, the sixth one,
fucking DC universe.
God damn it! I could totally see this happening though. I could totally see this being good with a big budget. If it has a small budget, I think this is gonna be shit.
No, it'll be fucking garbage for the small budget.
Yeah. I want to see some like crazy shit. I want to see like them building shit out of the rings. I want to see.
Hell yeah.
I want to see, what are they called? Are they just called the Red Corps?
The Red Lanterns?
The Red Lanterns?
Yeah.
Is that what
Red Lanterns?
We can get the Yellow Lanterns. We can just like.
Hell yeah. I want to see Oa and Mogo. I want to see fucking Atrocitus. He's one of the Red Lanterns. I want a whole universe of Green Lanterns.
I want it to happen. Isn't there like a Black Lantern? There's like one or something.
There's a White Lantern, and there was Blackest Night, which I think had a Black Lantern in it.
There's like one of each though. There's one white and one black or something.
I think so.
Because there's only one ring or something like that. I don't know. I hope that God, what is the fucking video game called that they made comic book out of for DC? Ah, shit. It's like Injustice. Yeah. I kind of hope they do like a weird storyline with the Green Lanterns and Superman, because in that comic, Superman gets a yellow lantern ring, and he becomes like super powerful.
Well, I'm sure if we let Zack Snyder make what the fuck he wanted to make, we probably would have got something like that.
You think so?
Probably, because he was setting up a very Injustice-like universe.
Yeah. Evil Superman, dictator Superman. Yeah, that would have been dope, but nah, that's not gonna happen. Where's the Snyder Cut?
Hashtag release the Snyder Cut.
Did you see Jason Momoa saw it?
Yeah, he's been fucking talking about it for like a year now. He's like, oh, it's fucking tight, and I'm like, fuck you, Jason Momoa. Fucking hate you.
Pull a Mark Ruffalo and stream it online on accident.
Yeah. So, oops.
Oh, my bad.
My bad. My man.
My man.
I'm really excited for the Arkham Asylum show though, if that actually is happening.
Is it gonna be like the villains of Batman?
Yeah, it's mostly just gonna focus on the villains, and I think they said the main focus would be Man-Bat.
Ooh,
which could be fucking tight because I love Man-Bat.
It could be, and we haven't seen Man-Bat before. We kind of did.
He had a brief kind of sort of cameo in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, he's in the mirror or whatever.
Yeah, he's in a dream sequence.
That was it. That's the only thing we've seen. What about like Clayface? You think they do Clayface? Your favorite?
Clayface could be cool. I like Clayface a lot.
You think we'll see a Joker?
Fucking probably, yeah.
Juan Phoenix Joker?
Probably not his Joker, no.
Have you seen all the reviews and shit for that?
That was another thing. Yeah. Joker is getting like amazing reviews.
It's a poppin' so far. It's really weird.
I'm gonna reserve judgment until I actually see it. But it's fascinating that this is getting as great of reviews as it's been getting.
I think it's really weird that they released the premiere so early. It's still a month out until it's released, and the premiere was this weekend.
Yeah, there's reviews of it on YouTube coming out right now.
I know.
It's strange.
It's really weird that they released it that early. I'm worried now that spoilers are going to start dropping on some place. Like somebody's going to accidentally say something because they have to wait a month before.
That kind of sucks. I hate that they did that, but apparently it's great.
I've heard it's like super dark and gritty, which I like.
It's good.
And
that's what I want it to be.
It's is it? I think I heard somebody say it's similar. It's like an origin film, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's from the trailer. It made it look like an origin movie.
Which there isn't an origin for a Joker, is there?
Well, the whole point of the Joker is that if they ever do tell an origin, like the Killing Joke in the comics, it's always kind of implied that maybe it's made up, that maybe it's not actually his origin. So there's always that kind of like in the back of your head, you always kind of have to consider like maybe this isn't 100% true, because I think the Joker in one of the comics had a line where he was like, why have a straightforward origin when I can make it multiple choice or something, which is a really cool fucking line. So it's an origin, but I'm fine with it because it's the Joker. He can be fucking anything. So,
and then I've heard there is something Batman related in it.
So. I mean, Gotham. Batman is in it. I mean, Bruce Wayne is in it as a fucking kid.
I was gonna say I've heard Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne are in it. So.
Yeah, they're in it. They were in the fucking trailer.
Were they?
In the first one, Bruce Wayne was the kid he like put the little smile on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Bruce Wayne.
Oh. Why do they just do Joker without Batman? I know it's not Batman, but
fucking Batman in it somehow.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It would have been cool if they did somehow connect this to the Batman, and maybe the Joker is the reason why Gotham is so shitty because he had this like weird uprising like 20 years earlier, but it's not.
It's not gonna connect. It's not gonna connect to anything.
No, which I mean, if it's good, fine. But it could have been cool. They could have connected in a really cool way.
I got some Arrow shit. If you want to hear that
shit,
their CW is moving forward with an Arrow 2040 spinoff.
What? What is this?
It's like it's Arrow that takes place in the future, like 2099 Spider-Man. But
fuck. They did this on Legends of Tomorrow. They had like a brief, like an episode with older Oliver Queen where he was old and he had like one arm and everything. Yeah. Fuck all that shit. I don't care.
That's probably what it's going to be. 2040 Arrow.
Fuck Green Arrow. Spin-off. So they ended Arrow, then they're just going to bring back Arrow again.
Make a new show. That's what they're doing.
It's going to have 8 more fucking seasons.
How can you have 8 seasons of fucking Arrow? Like
because they don't have Batman, so they need a Batman character, and
so they made him Batman.
They basically made him Batman because all the villains in that show are fucking Batman villains.
God damn it. What else? Do you have anything else? I have one more thing, but I got to look it up. I gotta look it up. There was a you may have heard of this. There was a Birds of Prey trailer.
Oh yeah, this was it was like a teaser, but it was like leaked. It's not like fully out. There were just like a couple like clips of it out there.
It was released in the Far From Home extended cut that happened.
Really?
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because Warner Brothers made it to where it looked like an It trailer. Like it had the Warner Brothers logo, and then red balloons started floating up. And then you see a character walking from out behind the balloons, and you think it's the It character, but it's actually Harley Quinn, and she comes in with her hammer and pops them all.
Oh, isn't that fun? That must have confused the fuck out of so many people.
And then we get the actual true title for Birds of Prey. You ready for the subtitle?
Birds of Prey and the Immaculate Conception of Harley Quinn.
Yeah. The fuck is that?
I'm just gonna call it Birds of Prey. I'm not gonna call it that.
Why does DC keep putting these long ass titles out there? Batman versus Superman: The Dawn of Justice. Like Jesus Christ.
Batman versus Superman: The Dawn of Justice. When Batman and Superman meet and they form the Justice League.
Like Jesus Christ. I'm surprised Justice League wasn't called Justice League when Superman enters and defeats everybody and wins.
It should have been called that because that's what the fucking movie is.
But why do you keep making these freaking?
I don't know. They're trying to be cute, different, and whatever. And I'm like, nobody's gonna call it that. Everyone's just gonna call it Birds of Prey.
I saw the Ukrainian trailer. It didn't show much. You see Ewan McGregor for the first time. He looks okay.
I want to see him in the goddamn black mask.
He doesn't have the black mask.
I know. I want to fucking see him in the fucking black mask. He's playing Black Mask. Put him in the goddamn black mask.
And they gave Harley Quinn her hammer, which everybody knew that.
Harley Quinn looks awful. She looked awful in Suicide Squad, and I'm shocked that they did not make her look even remotely better in Birds of Prey. She looks awful.
She does. I don't know what that fucking costume is, but it's not
terrible. Harley Quinn has looked awful in the comics for like a decade. I don't know what their obsession is with just giving her like weird like makeup and hair and pants and shit. Like just fucking make her look like she did in the animated series.
And then I haven't like because since it's in Ukrainian, I don't know what they say. I know what the very beginning line is when Harley Quinn comes in and pops a balloon. She says, "I'm tired of all these goddamn clowns." And it's kind of referring to the It clown, but it's also kind of referring to the Joker. I feel like
she is a clown.
I know, but
so that joke doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, it may say something else, but that's what it's saying.
You don't even understand your own goddamn characters.
The Ukraine.
I don't know. This movie looks so weird.
It's gonna bomb.
It probably will, and I hope it does.
It's gonna bomb hard. Because nobody knows what the fuck it is. Like Birds of Prey.
It doesn't have Batman in it.
Doesn't have anybody in it except for Harley Quinn.
It's got fucking Huntress in it. And Black Canary apparently is in it for some fucking reason.
Black Mask. Nobody knows who any of those people are. Wait.
Nobody knows who Black Mask is.
Nobody knows who any of those people are. Except for
Harley Quinn is. That's why they put Harley Quinn in this fucking movie.
Yeah, she's in every trailer because people know who she is.
And it's not even like a good version of Harley Quinn.
No, it's the Suicide Squad one.
Exactly.
We'll have to wait and see. I don't want to go see that in theaters, but I'm probably gonna have to.
You're gonna have to.
I know. I'm waiting for the Joker. That's the next movie.
I'm so excited for Joker.
I think it's the next movie I'm seeing in theaters. I don't think there's anything coming out in September I want to see. So.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything. There's a lot of shit in October that I'm gonna go see.
Yeah, and then after October, Disney Plus comes out because November.
Shit, dog.
Yeah, we'll get the Mandalorian. We'll get that.
The Mandalorian, the Boba Fett is what it should be called.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking of it, I think the Mandalorian will end when Episode 9 comes out.
Probably. It would make sense if it did.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the news I have.
News.
So since we don't have anything to review this week, we're doing a ranking, I believe, correct?
Yes, we are.
Do you want to tell them what we're ranking?
Do the theme song.
Bum ba dum ba bum ba da bum ba dum ba bum ba da. We're probably getting copyright for that.
No, that wasn't that good.
No,
fucking Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. So,
Indiana Jones to us was like a huge fucking thing.
It was.
When we were kids.
This is what we grew up with. probably nobody is as big of fans of Indiana Jones as we are. Which is kind of sad.
There's probably a couple people, but not around here, not in fucking Indiana.
I've asked people about, like, have you seen Indiana Jones? They're like, no, I don't even know what that is. I'm like,
nobody fucking cares about Indiana Jones anymore.
How dare you not know what Indiana Jones is?
Indiana Jones was the dopest shit growing up.
It was, especially as like a dumb 7-year-old. You're like, oh shit, this guy.
Yeah, it was so cool.
He's got a whip. He's got a fedora. He's fucking badass.
Yeah, he's going through tombs, just like punching Nazis and shit.
Fucking Han Solo. Like,
yeah.
Come on. I was looking at the back of this case, and it does say story by George Lucas.
Story, but who wrote the fucking movie?
That's what it is. There's no writer. It doesn't say writer.
The idea for it. The screenplay is fucking Lawrence Kasdan.
The screenplay?
That's the fucking script, Evan. That's what we were talking about.
I'm pretty sure he wrote it.
It says Lawrence Kasdan. He came up with the idea, like the concept, like, oh, he's going to go fight Nazis and shit. But Lawrence Kasdan actually wrote the fucking movie.
Well, we can thank somebody for 3 masterpieces. Anyways, Steven Spielberg, before he went crazy and made BFG.
And doesn't understand fucking how to make movies anymore.
Yeah, he made BFG and Ready Player One.
Exactly.
I think is Ready Player One his newest film?
No, he came out with like The Post or some shit.
I don't know what that is. So.
It's about the Washington Post, and it's just a bunch of white people in a room talking.
That sounds so interesting, Steven. Steven!
It's really good, but fuck it. I don't care about it.
All right, let's get into this.
So are we going chronologically, or are we going in terms of release? Because technically, Temple of Doom comes before
Raiders. Do fucking release.
Fine.
Fuck.
Fine.
First one. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, boy.
Bam. What do you think?
Raiders is a great fucking movie.
It is. What do you think in terms of Indiana Jones movies, though? Where is it?
For me, I would say Raiders is probably my second favorite.
Your second favorite? Yeah. I have to go. I think this one's my favorite, to be honest. I love the first one. Even though the effects are kind of shaky compared to the other two, because this was back when George Lucas wasn't like a big deal. Like he had just come off of Star Wars, and people were like, maybe Star Wars is a fluke. I think, did he just come off of Star Wars or did he just come off Empire?
I think he just came off of Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think he was working on Empire, but This came out in 81, so
so that wasn't after the first one.
Yeah, so he wasn't a big deal, so he didn't have the budget that he had later on. But and then I remember I've seen this documentary thing before where George Lucas was talking about casting. He was like, I know I don't want to use Harrison Ford for this movie because
they originally wanted Tom Selleck.
Yeah. He was like, I don't want him because I don't want him in 2 of my franchises. And then he's like, but Harrison Ford was so good, I had to use him.
He's so fucking good in all of the Indiana Jones movies. He's fantastic.
He's such a badass in all of these. I love it.
He is. He's the quintessential action hero. He is everything you want in an action hero.
What do you think of Marion, Karen Allen or whatever?
She's fine. I mean, I think all of the Indiana Jones girls or whatever the fuck you want to call them, they're all kind of annoying in their own ways, but that's kind of what gives the movie kind of like charm to it. It kind of gives the character
the only one to return,
which that pisses me off. But I'll talk about that
later.
That when we get to it.
She's the only one to return, and I think is she going to be in 5?
Who the fuck knows? I don't know anybody who's going to be in 5 other than Harrison Ford.
Except for Harrison Ford, and Steven Spielberg is going to be coming back for that. So, this was I didn't say this when we first started, but this was like the James Bond for us. A lot of people grew up with.
Fuck yeah, dude! You kidding me?
A lot of people grew up with James Bond, but this was our James Bond, kind of.
Yeah, we were obsessed with like the lore and like the fucking.
Yeah.
Like I think didn't you watch the Young Indiana Jones Adventures or whatever?
I did, and it doesn't connect anything to the movies. It's just
Harrison Ford's in that show.
He's barely.
He's episodes, isn't he?
He's only a couple. It's mainly some random kid actor that is called Indiana Jones.
But is it canon?
I don't know. I don't know if it is or not anymore. Because it was made after Last Crusade, but before Crystal Skull. So I don't know if it's canon or not. I have no idea. I just know it was mainly about Indiana Jones and the nanny. That's what it was mainly, because he had a nanny.
Yeah.
And because it kind of played off the fact in Last Crusade that his dad was like almost a deadbeat dad who didn't really care about him.
Because he was.
Yeah, because he was super smart, but he didn't know how to relate to people. That was the thing.
I also love the fact that we don't, in both Raiders and Temple of Doom, we don't know fucking anything about Indiana Jones, and I think that's great. I think that's awesome.
We'll just kind of like go through the film. What do you think about the opening with The Rock falling and taking the idol and stuff?
It's fucking so cool. It's so iconic. It's amazing, and it looks amazing on Blu-ray on my fucking big ass TV. It looks amazing.
It does. It's one of the most iconic openings for a film of all time.
It is.
I also like the very, very beginning where they kind of introduce Harrison Ford. You don't really see his face. He's kind of just
shadow, and he just like whips the fucking.
Yeah, that's really. It kind of shows this character is like this guy's a hardcore guy. What do you think? I don't know what his name is, the actor or the dude in the film, the bad guy in this one.
Oh, isn't that Bullock?
Yeah, Bullock. What do you think of him?
He's fine. I mean, the Indiana Jones villains aren't like super like complex or great. They're kind of just villains. They're just there.
I mean, I can remember all of them. I just don't remember their names. Like I can see their faces, but like, I don't remember their names. His is the best, I think, in terms of a character, because you actually see him as a character in more than most of them.
I guess. I mean, it's the same thing with Indiana Jones. I've said this before, where it's like Indiana Jones isn't a character. These movies aren't about him. They're about the adventure, because ultimately there's only one movie where he actually accomplishes a fucking goal, and it's almost kind of by accident. Because in Raiders at the end, the Nazis would have happened regardless.
Don't they get it at the end?
Yeah, they get it and they open it. So it's like that would have happened
at the very end. Like the government
they put it in the warehouse.
The government has it. That's right. What about Saul?
Sala?
Yeah,
he's fucking. I love him. John
I love him too.
He's fucking so cool.
I've heard he's coming back for 5, so
that'd be awesome. I want Short Round.
I don't think Short Round's coming
back. Bring back Short Round.
If they're getting Short Round, bring back Stephen Yeun and have him be Short Round.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
But Steven Spielberg asked. They're like, "Would you want to come back for 5?" He's like, "Yeah, you know why I want to? Because 1 and 3 are considered the best ones, and
he's in those. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Even though I don't think those are your favorite. I think isn't Temple of Doom your favorite?
Temple of Doom is my favorite.
Yeah. Is there anything you can say that is wrong with the first Raiders? Like anything you would nitpick out of it?
I mean, other than there's obviously some like dated film stuff in it. Like it's obviously it's shot differently and stuff like that, but not really. It's kind of like the perfect action movie. All 3 are kind of like perfect action movies in a way. They're
fucking John Williams, man. Just
his goddamn score,
knocking it out of the park. He was in his prime. Like,
he
Star Wars, and he does Indiana Jones, and he goes Jurassic Park. Like he's a legend.
He is
fucking legend.
He really is.
Then what happens in the middle of the movie? Is there anything that happens like that's major that you can remember?
I mean, I remember Marion gets captured, and then he goes and has that fight with the swordsman guy.
When you get that's iconic. I remember that.
Hell yeah.
When they did before that though, when they did like I guess it's after that. When they did the fake out of killing Marion, when you first saw it, do you think that was a good fake out?
No, I mean fake outs in movies are always dumb. I hate them. Because I know she's in the movie. They're not gonna kill her off like halfway through. She's in it.
But like watching it as a kid, you didn't think like, oh, maybe she is dead or anything. No.
I also didn't care. I was just like, whatever.
I didn't either. I was like, oh, Indiana Jones still around, so
I cared about
it. Who cares about the girl? I forgot about the sword thing. That's used a lot nowadays. It's used for
iconic.
It's going back and watching these movies. There's a lot of like modern day humor almost in it that I didn't expect. I guess it's still a modern movie, but like it has humor in it that I didn't think was funny at the time when I was a kid. But I'm like, that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, there's some really funny lines. I love how Indy's just like a dumb idiot. Like he's not like the best fighter. He just punches people until they stop punching him. Like that's fucking so funny. Like that's awesome.
And he's not like super witty. Like he gets out of situations.
No, he's a dumbass most of the time.
Like in Raiders, when he gets trapped in the well thing, where the
it's all luck.
Yeah, he pushes a statue into a wall that happens to make it outside. That's basically what.
His whole life is just luck.
And there's fucking snakes everywhere.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Do you feel like that's played too much in these movies? The snake thing?
Yeah. They don't really do much with it after the Raiders. Isn't Raiders the only one where they actually do that?
They do it in 4 when he's in the sand pit.
Sorry, I forgot about fucking Crystal Skull. Oh my god!
I thought they did it in Temple of Doom once, but maybe
they have like bugs. They have that scene where he's in the cave with all the bugs. I don't think they do snakes in the second one. They might actually.
They do, because the snake goes down on Ellie and she thinks it's the elephant. And
but he doesn't freak out about that. He just throws.
He does. He's like.
Oh yeah, never mind.
She doesn't freak out.
He freaks out. Yeah.
So it's not.
Fun. It's a little fun character thing.
Yeah.
It's the only thing we know about Indiana Jones, and
he's the professor. We know that.
We know, I guess, but we don't like.
All of his students want to do the sex with him.
I mean, would you not?
I mean, it's Harrison Ford in his prime.
Handsome motherfucker.
I don't. And then the end with how do you feel about the ending where they open the casket? Because like a lot of Indiana Jones things kind of end really weirdly. Like it feels really like down to earth until like the end of all these movies.
It's usually like it's realistic up until the end when something supernatural happens or whatever. That's fine. I mean, I think that it gives it kind of a fun twist on all the movies.
I think when I was a kid, the end of this scared the living bejesus out of me.
It scares the fuck out of everybody because that dude's face fucking melts.
Yeah, that dude's face just like, and that was really good effects.
And for a PG, all the movies are PG except for the fourth one. The fourth one's PG-13, and we have this brutal fucking face melting scene in it. Like that's not a PG thing.
Did you know Indiana Jones is actually what caused the PG-13 movement? Because PG-13 wasn't a thing.
Temple of Doom was so dark that they had to make it. They had to create a whole new thing for it, which is PG.
Yeah. They're like, there needs to be an in-betweener in this because this isn't R, but it's not for kids either.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. Because Temple of Doom pushed the boundaries for some.
I mean, Temple of Doom isn't as dark as everyone says it is, but it definitely.
He pulls a fucking heart out of somebody's chest.
That's true, but they don't show it.
They do.
No, he goes like in his chest, and then they cut, and then he comes out, and he's got the heart in his hand.
They show his hand going into his chest.
Whatever. Kids can fucking deal with it.
Gruesome. And then there's a beating heart, then catches on fire.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
We're going too fast here. Is there anything else you want to talk about Raiders before we move on?
It's a great movie.
All right. Indiana Jones 2, Temple of the Doom.
Hell yeah, my favorite.
Your favorite. What makes this stand out compared to the other three?
Well, I love the fact that the whole like adventure is kind of just an accident. Like because he didn't intend to go there and like, oh, I gotta go steal this thing. He was in a plane going somewhere else, and then they jumped out and just kind of landed there. And then the whole time it's that Indian like priest guy shows up and he's like, you gotta help us, and he's like, fuck you, I can't. But then he ends up doing it anyway. So it's kind of just like happenstance, and it's the only movie where he actually accomplishes something.
Yeah, it actually ends on like a good note almost. Because like in Raiders, he finds the Ark, but then the government takes it. So it's
the Nazis get it, and then the government comes in and fucking takes it. So it's like he didn't need to be there at all. But
and then the Last Crusade, he loses the Holy Grail. So
spoilers.
These movies are fucking 30 years old if you haven't seen them by now. Which I mean, like I said, a lot of I guess people our age nowadays haven't seen these movies. So
yeah, which is surprising. That sucks.
I consider these three almost classics because they're all three great. I think
they are. So for me, they're classics.
Yeah, I would say that. For me, they're classics. They will always be good in my brain, probably no matter what. There'll always be a movie I can go back and watch and be like, "This is a good movie."
Yeah, they're all amazing. I love them.
I love them too. What do you think about the girl in this one?
Lily is so fucking annoying.
She's so over the top, but I think she played it that way like they told her to play.
Well, yeah, she's supposed to be like a fish out of water. She doesn't understand all the shit. But like, Jesus Christ, like tone it down a little bit. Like, goddamn. Every second she's on screen, she's like, "Oh my God, there's bugs and snakes and they Indian people eat monkey brains. Ew." Like, fuck you.
What's funny is that that's actually Jello that they used.
Yeah, they didn't actually use monkey brains.
I don't know what they used, but it was Jello. I'm pretty sure. I think she's her over the topness makes her stand out more compared to the other three. I know I can again picture all three of the women, but she stands out a little bit more because of that. And we never know what really happens to them because, like you said, this takes place before Raiders. So like, what happens to her?
I don't know what happened with him and Marion. I don't fucking know.
They broke up. They said that in 4. Okay, they were gonna get married. They were gonna get married.
I'm sure fucking Indiana Jones was fucking irritated with her constantly screaming in his fucking ear about everything.
And then one of the best side characters of all time,
Short Round. Fuck yeah, Short Round's awesome. I love Short Round.
I love Short Round too. For a kid actor, he does really well. Actually,
he's pretty good for the part.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in it like a shit ton, but
no, I wish he was in it a little more, and I wish he would pop up in one of the other movies.
Do you think he'll pop up in 5?
I would like to see him in 5. I hope he pops up in 5.
Like as like a cameo?
No, I want him. If we're gonna do a passing of the torch thing, I want him to pass the torch to Short Round.
No, they're gonna give it to Shia.
He's not in the movie.
They're gonna like.
They already kind of did that, but not really.
They're gonna Indy's gonna die, and they're gonna mail the fedora to him.
No.
Back to Temple of Doom though, and like I do agree, like he just stumbles upon this adventure, and it's kind of dark. Like
it's very dark. There's fucking like slave children, and they're just like starving to death.
There's voodoo dolls and
magic and
there's mind control and shit like that. It's a really dark movie, and it doesn't fit the trilogy, but that makes it good because like
that's what makes it stand out.
Yeah, I know I don't know where they came up with the idea for this, but it's a good idea.
I don't know, but it's fucking great. It's and that's what every trilogy kind of does. Whereas the second movie is always kind of darker. Like The Dark Knight is darker than Batman Begins. Empire Strikes Back is darker than A New Hope. Like they kind of do that, but they went fucking like full bore.
Yeah,
for that year.
Yeah. I like this one too. It's grown on me more. I used to not like this
Temple of Doom. A lot of people don't like Temple of Doom.
I used to not like it at all, but it's grown on me. It's up there with the other two, I think. I think personally, out of the trilogy, I mean 4 is there, but I know it's the worst. Out of the trilogy, I think it's the worst one for me. But I think it's still great. It's just the worst one of the 3, for me at least.
I think it's fucking great. I love the whole fight on the rail car, the mining rails or whatever.
Yeah,
all practical, by the way. They use like miniatures and they use close-ups of the actors and miniatures, and they mix them together to make it look like a fucking real thing.
It's really dope. It's really intense too.
It is fucking so. And this is the movie where I think Indiana Jones could have died, like anywhere. At any point in this movie, he could have fucking died.
He's like exhausted through the whole thing.
Yeah, he's just, by the end, he's just like fucking like shit.
I remember when they're doing the minecart thing and he has to stop it with his foot. That fucking hurt me in real life. In real life, that hurt me. I'm like, his foot is gonna like catch on fire.
Yeah,
and it did. It started smoking.
I love the callback when he's like out on the bridge. I love the callback to Raiders when he goes for his gun and it's not there.
Yeah,
he's like fuck, and then he just runs.
Even though technically that happens before Raiders. So
yeah, but that actually makes sense because then that teaches him to keep his gun on him at all times.
True.
So he can fucking do that. So that makes sense.
There's kind of there's some more humor with that. Remember he whips the sword out of his hand and grabs it and he chases them off. Yeah. And then he sees like there's a bunch of them coming and he just runs away.
Yeah. That's fun.
It's the kind of humor I like. It's funny.
But these movies, I have a problem with humor in Star Wars because it's not really what Star Wars was. Indiana Jones from the start was always kind of humorous and goofy, and they're not like amazing, like Oscar-winning movies. They're just solid, fun, huge, like action adventure movies, and that's all they need.
Yeah, yeah. And then, what do you think about the end with the bridge fight?
That fight's so cool.
I like how he just cuts it off. Like it's just
hell yeah. And there's some shots in there because I remember I watched Temple of Doom like a few months ago. There's some shots during that scene where I'm like, how the fuck did they film that? Because they're not actually going to put people on a bridge and have them fall to their death.
A rickety bridge.
Hey, yeah. So that was like really fascinating. Where I'm looking back at this movie from the '80s and I'm like, how the fuck did they do that?
Do you think they green screened the sky to make it look like it was?
Well, I think the bridge really fell. I think they just probably composited in some fucking actors falling on stuff.
I don't know. These movies that were made in the '80s, like Tremors, like I don't know how they did some of these shots for these movies
because they actually cared about making movies.
I mean, I don't think Tremors was in the '80s; it was '90s, but still, it's in that era that I'm like, how did you do this shit back in the day without these super high tech computers? Like Terminator 2, like that, like some of those shots.
Some amazing effects.
Terminator 2, I'm just like, how the fuck did you do this?
Magic.
It is. It's like magic.
Voodoo magic.
It's like magic. Is there anything else you want to talk about in Temple of Doom? What else happens?
I like the opening where Indiana Jones looks like fucking James Bond.
Oh yeah. I think
he fucking stabs that dude. He throws a flaming what are those things called? The
kebab. It's kebab.
Stabs a guy.
Yeah, and I don't really like how he gets poisoned, and it's kind of stupid, but
it's a fun like opening for a movie.
Yeah,
and then there's a fucking Dan Aykroyd cameo.
Is there?
When he goes on the plane, the dude who's like, "Oh, we got the plane ready for Dan Aykroyd" for some reason.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
which is strange.
Then the gong thing, that's kind of dope. When the guy gets the machine gun and he cuts the is it called a gong? What is it? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the big gong thing.
Yeah, he cuts it and then he runs with it. That's dope. That's cool. I like that. That guy was stupid for just continuously shooting that thing. But I mean, he was laughing like the Joker, so maybe he had like a mental disorder.
Probably.
Who brings a fucking Tommy gun to a dinner party?
Who brings poison to a dinner party?
I guess they're gangsters, but
still, they're gangsters. They gotta have weapons on them, man.
Did we ever find out why Indy was there? Was he just trading? Is that why?
I don't think so. But that's kind of fun. We don't really need to know why he's there. It's just a day in the life of Indiana Jones.
We never hear about that one guy that died. He got shot. Poor random dude that was Indy's friend at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I go first, Indy.
I go first, and then he's fucking dead. Indy doesn't care about him either because we never fucking
never sheds a tear. I don't even think we know his name. So
fuck you, man.
Fuck you. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. This movie's good. I can't. We're gonna talk about 4 a lot because there's a lot wrong with it, but there's not a lot wrong with these 3 movies.
I mean, I think the biggest issue for me is just they feel a lot longer than they are. Like I think all 3 of them are only like 2 hours or so. They do feel really long. They feel like they're at least like 3 hours.
Yeah, maybe. I think they go. Raiders goes fast for me personally. Temple of Doom kind of feels long. Last Crusade long. Last Crusade is long, so it feels long. So, nothing else that you want to say before we?
I love Temple of Doom. I think it's a perfect action adventure, fun, family friendly, not dark at all. Fun adventure for the whole family.
See, you say this, and some 2-year-old is going to watch this. And let's go watch Temple of Doom, Dad.
Good.
And then the dad's going to be like, okay, I don't know what Temple of Doom is. And he throws it on. And oh my God, this dude ripped this guy's heart out.
Good. I guarantee you that parent be like, holy fuck, this is amazing. He'd be like, oh my God, this is funny. He'd be like, this is the fucking
no, but he's going to be like, oh my God, my 2-year-old just saw this guy rip a guy's heart out.
We need babies to see that shit.
We need them to see that?
We need tougher babies in this country.
Goddamn. Soft ass babies eating them cookies.
Eating all them goddamn cookies.
Eat you a bullet every now and then, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how Logan gets his.
How they do it in Russia.
No, in Russia they just throw you in Siberia.
Fuck.
You make it back, you live. That's how it works.
Maybe.
They live with the wolves.
Live with the wolves.
Indiana Jones 3, The Last Crusade.
Now this one I don't love. This is kind of like this is the Return of the Jedi for me, where it's like it's really good and it's iconic as hell and I really enjoy it, but it's not great.
I like it. What do you not like about it?
There's one scene when Indy finds that like secret tunnel under that like library or whatever, and goes down with Elsa.
He goes
down there with Elsa, and they go past like a thing of rats, and then they're looking at this thing, and he's like, "Oh, my dad wouldn't have made it past the rats. He hates rats, terrified of them." And I'm like, you could have just ended it like 2 sentences ago when he said he wouldn't have made it past the rats. There's a lot of that in this. There's a lot of over exposition of everything, and it's just not. I just don't think it's as fun as Temple of Doom. It's not. I like dark shit. You probably realize that I like dark shit. This one is a little bit more kind of goofy, kind of a goofy.
Sean Holy Grail though, like
yeah, but Sean Connery, the whole movie is just I'm Sean Connery and I'm a fucking goofball.
He's a big goofball, but he takes out a plane with some birds and an umbrella. Badass. Have you heard the theory that this is Sean Connery's James Bond and like it's the same character?
I haven't heard the theory for that. I've heard that for The Rock, not.
No, there's a theory that Sean Connery in this is James Bond.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you'd have to YouTube that. I can't tell you the whole thing. It's something about his umbrella and the way he acts and stuff like.
Well, he had that umbrella in fucking.
Yeah, umbrella in James Bond, so he must be the same character. It's something about he's James Bond, but he kind of goes a little cuckoo. And that's why. And that's also why Indy doesn't see his dad a lot, is because he's James Bond, and he goes on secret missions.
He's also fucking nut job. That's probably why.
He's very Christian. Very
exactly.
Christian. That's the one thing I would pull for. It's very religious related.
Well, yeah, it's about the Holy Grail.
I know it's about the Holy Grail, but like, you don't need to go into all this crap about.
They have to fucking explain what the Holy Grail is.
Yeah, but like none of the other artifacts are religious related.
Well, the ark is.
The ark is the 10 Commandments or whatever, but then the second one it's just some rocks. It's just
magic rocks
with some diamonds in it.
Yeah.
The villain. Wow, the villain's a big actor in this, isn't he? I don't know his name. It's the gray-haired dude that turns to a skeleton at the end.
Oh fuck! What is his name? Donovan. Julian Glover.
Yeah,
it's Donovan.
Donovan. Was he a bigger actor at the time? I feel like I've seen him in other stuff.
He's been in a bunch of shit.
Yeah. That scene scared me where he turned into a skeleton as a kid too.
That still scares the shit out of me. That's horrifying.
That was really good effects for back in the day.
Because it's like stop motion.
This movie came out in '89, so
yeah.
Was it stop motion? Is that how they did
it? Most of it, I think, was stop motion. Yeah.
It's really good effects. Let's see what happens in the beginning of this movie.
We have the flashback to Indy as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Which is another reason why I don't love this, because I think part of what makes Indiana Jones cool is that you don't know anything about him. It's like the Boba Fett thing, where it's like you like Boba Fett because he's so cool and mysterious, and then they give us a little bit more of backstory. They do a Solo thing.
I know. I was about to say
here's how we got the scar. Here's how we got his fucking fedora. Here's how we got the whip, and that's a little like too much.
I don't know if you notice when you watch it, but like when he goes into that cave, young Indiana Jones, and he sees that guy looks like Indy. Like he's dressed like he's got a jacket.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. But like he like bases his look basically off of that. Like he just copied what this guy would look like. This guy was what's weird is that this guy's like an asshole. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he picked this guy to look like, but
as when your kid assholes are like fucking cool,
I guess. And then I think it was supposed to be a fake out because like they don't say Indy until after you see that guy. You're like, oh, is that Indy? Because it looks like they don't show his face. They show it from the back. He's dressed up like Indy. And then what about the part where he like gets a scar? Do you think that was necessary?
No, it's not necessary. I thought they were gonna do that in Solo, where it's like, oh, is he gonna get the fucking scar because fucking Harrison Ford has a scar on his fucking face? You don't. He just got a fucking scar on his face.
Have they ever said why? Actually, Harrison Ford has that scar.
Yeah, he's probably fucking. You know what it was? It was probably him flying those goddamn planes.
Get off my plane!
Into something. Got a big scar on his fucking face.
Get off my plane!
Get off my plane!
Throws them all. What movie is that? Was it
Air Force
One?
Yeah. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! That's a good movie. Not really.
It's not, but it's fun.
It's fun to watch. What do you think of Sean Connery as the dad?
Sean Connery. I love
I like
Sean
his-
Connery in general because he's got the one of those badass voices ever.
I love his voice. I was gonna say.
I mean, they do. I like the chemistry between them. They have good chemistry, but he is a little like over the top sometimes.
I think that makes him fun though. Personally,
It does, but it's just like you need to like tone it down a little bit. Like this is a serious fucking moment, Dad. Like we're gonna burn alive, and you're over here fucking making jokes.
he has serious moments
at the end when he fucking dies.
When he doesn't die. He got shot.
No, he does die, and then they revive him.
He doesn't die. He gets shot, but he doesn't die.
But then they revive him with the Holy Grail.
No, he was still alive.
He was bleeding to death, Devin.
He was bleeding to death, but he wasn't dead yet.
Fucking, he visibly.
Also, what's always bugged me with that is the bullet still in him?
No, I think don't we see the bullet like come out?
I've never noticed, so I don't know.
I think we see the bullet come out.
I've always every time I've watched it, I'm like the scar and stuff heals, but like, what about the bullet?
Could just have a bullet in him.
It's not good. I don't think it's healthy.
It probably isn't. That's probably why he's not in ND4 because he fucking died.
He did die, which is weird because Sean Connery's still alive, so they could have just put him in there.
Yeah, and it's funny that I think the age difference between Sean Connery and Harrison Ford is only like 7 years.
Yeah, I mean, in Last Crusade they look a lot. The age looks a lot more, but nowadays
in real life they're only like 7 years apart.
Nowadays they probably look about the same age because Harrison Ford's old as shit. Yeah, I like this movie, and then I always remember the tank scene. I love the fucking tank scene. It's so.
I think it's really fun. I like the part where they're in the boats and they're like, "Go between them, are you crazy?" And then they fucking go on the thing. It's like, fuck yeah, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I love that. There's a lot of callbacks to random things in this too, like religious things that if you weren't religious you wouldn't notice. But I'm not religious, so I don't notice them. I mean, I've noticed them because people pointed them out to me, like the shield or whatever. That's like a big thing in Christianity. I don't know what that is though. And crap like that.
Christianity. Fuck religion.
Whoa! You just lost half our viewership right there.
Good. They shouldn't be watching the show anyway. The inn with the night guy. I thought that was weird. It gets into that thing that you were talking about where it just becomes a fantastical fucking
and it's like, so this dude is like 1,000 years old or whatever, and he just lives there doing nothing until somebody shows up to try to take the Holy Grail. So what the fuck has he been doing? Does he have like HBO?
He doesn't know what the fuck HBO is. He's in the cave.
It'd be so boring just staring at a wall, because apparently like very few people make it past all the challenges and shit. And then there's one last challenge is you got to find the cup, which it stands out because it's the worst looking cup.
Yeah, that fucking Donovan is like a fucking dumbass. Because all these fucking, he picks like the shiny gold one, and I'm like, pick the wooden one that's all by itself and has like a beam of light shining down on it that stands out.
It's the only one made of wood.
Jesus was a fucking carpenter. Like everyone knows that. You fucking idiot. I'm glad you're dead. You deserve it.
He didn't even like hesitate. He's like, I'm fucking freaking out of it.
This one. But I'm like, all right, how do you know that? You fuck.
And then they actually kill Elsa off, which is kind of weird for these movies.
Well, I mean, she was like a bad guy. She was a double agent.
Yeah, I don't know what she was.
She was a Nazi.
She falls down that cliff thing.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Speaking of Nazis, I like when Indiana Jones meets Hitler. That was fun.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. I totally forgot about that.
PG family movie.
It's a family movie. It's probably like
family picture
right before Hitler killed himself too, because it was at the end of the war.
Probably, yeah. Or maybe fucking Indiana Jones killed him.
Oh, Indy 5.
Shit. No, he would have been long dead after that.
No, the beginning.
They flashback. The start of it is he's got a gun to Hitler's head and he just fucking ices him. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Dark as hell. And then he goes up to him and realizes his mustache was fake. It's a stick on.
It's Charlie Chaplin the whole time.
It's a stick on.
Shit.
God, I don't think there's anything else. There's the plane scene where that was kind of funny to me. Whenever they get in that plane, because the blimp turns around and Sean Connery. I like how Sean Connery's in the back of the plane. He's shooting and he shoots the fin off and he turns around and he goes, "I'm sorry, son. They got us.
How did these two fucks like live? They're both incompetent idiots.
They really are. I mean, Indy's not as bad as the
Yeah,
dad.
his dad is fucking Henry Jones Sr. is a fucking like he's a dumbass. Like
He's old and losing his mind. All right.
Yeah.
Give him cut him some slack.
I'm not gonna cut him some slack. He shouldn't be out.
I love how they just bicker the whole movie too. Like they're actually like up all
it's
their
fun.
stuff.
The relationship's fun. But I just think it's a little too like goofy because they did want to go back. They did want to kind of get away from the dark shit after Temple of Doom. They were like, can we like bring this back a little bit more for families and shit?
Because I mean,
let's still have Nazis in it for some reason.
critically, Temple of Doom did well. I don't think financially it did well though.
Well, I think it was reversed. I think it did well financially, and then everyone hated it because of how dark.
Really?
It was. I think that's how it was.
Well, it was one of the other.
Like, oh, it's so dark. My kids can't see it. I'm like, well, maybe your kids are dumb and they don't need to see it.
I like Temple of Doom. I just don't think it's as good as the other two.
I think it's the best because it is.
You lie. They're all about equal level to me, but Raiders stands out as the best.
Raiders is great. I love Raiders, but it's the second best.
I love I didn't mention this during Raiders. I love the fight where he's fighting that huge guy next to the plane.
His head just gets fucking sliced open.
And he's getting the shit beat out of him the whole time.
Fucking family movies,
he's like throwing dirt in his face, kicking him in the balls and shit.
That's a great fight. I love that.
And then he just lets that plane just run him over. And I'm like, Jesus.
Family movies, dude.
It's a family picture.
Yeah.
And then did you know during the tank scene and a lot of the horses scenes, Harrison Ford stapled the fucking fedora to his head, which sounds so disgusting.
How'd you do that?
Because it kept flying off when he was
doing the stunts and shit. I thought they were
like when he's on a horse and he's riding, like the wind just blows it right off.
Stapled it to his fucking head. There's other ways you can keep it on your head, Harrison. Jesus. Just get a gun.
There's behind the scenes footage. You can look it up. He's got a stapler. He just go bam, bam, bam,
God,
bam.
That's how badass Harrison Ford is.
There might have been like foam or something underneath that he was stapling it to. That it just
like you just take a staple to the head, no problem.
In the one scene where the tank scene where he's sitting on the tank and his hat blows off, I don't think that was supposed to happen. But
after that, when the tank falls, his hat just kind of like blows back into on screen, like just cause when they all go to leave.
It's almost like you can see a shadow of some dude throwing it onto screen. It's like, oh, okay.
A magic hat that just follows him everywhere.
It's a cap shield. That's what it is.
It's fucking cap shield. You throw and it comes back.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine he throws a shield and like it's like a James Bond, like blades come out of it.
His hat is made of vibranium.
Shit. It's tied into the MCU. Indiana Jones, MCU.
Exactly. Fuck yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about The Last Crusade?
No, I mean it's good. It's not as good as the other two, but I enjoy it.
All right, let's move on to the masterpiece.
The Oscar-winning masterpiece.
I don't have a picture of it, so I'll just hold my hand up.
That's all it deserves, really.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The newest came out in 2008, 11 years ago.
God damn. I saw this movie in the fucking theater.
I did too. And as a kid, I liked it. I'm sorry to say.
I did too. And I don't think this movie is like that bad. It's bad, but it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. Because there is the worst fun, like Indiana Jones-ish stuff in the movie.
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen by far, but just comparing it to the original three is bad.
Oh yeah, comparing it to the masterpiece that is the original Indiana Jones trilogy. Yeah, it's fucking awful.
It's bad. And I remember 11 years ago when the trailers came out for this, I was like, holy shit, this is going to be dope.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Like I was like, they have the big shredder thing. Marion's coming back. Shia LaBeouf, because he was a big thing from Transformers back then.
Everything back then.
Yeah. I was like, it's going to be dope. Old Indy. It's going to be dope.
Which I hate that because, again, Indiana Jones is not a character. We don't need having an old Indiana Jones. If you're going to make him old, he needs to be just as badass as he was when he was young. But in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, he's like falling off of shit because he's an old man. And it's like, we don't need like Harrison Ford playing Han Solo or even playing Deckard and like Blade Runner. I'm fine with those characters being old because those are characters. We know stuff about them. We know like they can get old and be in different places. Indiana Jones is just like, he's a figure to lead us on these adventures. It doesn't make sense for him to be old.
True. I agree with you on that.
85. He's gonna be fucking 80. We don't need that.
He's working out for it. Harrison Ford's getting ripped.
He's still an 80-year-old man, Devin.
He's gonna be doing the whip.
I don't want an 80-year-old Indiana Jones.
Why? Okay, this kind of off topic, I guess. Why does Harrison Ford like playing Indiana Jones but hates playing Harrison?
I have no goddamn
They're
idea.
The same fucking character.
Harrison Ford is one of the weirdest individuals I've ever fucking seen.
He loves playing Indiana Jones, and I don't know why, but he hates Han Solo so much.
He hates Han Solo. I think he just hates Star Wars.
Why?
Because he wanted Han to die in Empire Strikes Back, and George Lucas was like, "No, go fuck yourself." So it was just.
It's probably his most iconic role. I don't know why he hates it so much, but
why does he hate anything? I don't know. He has no right to hate any of these fucking things. He's making bank off of this shit.
Indiana Jones is just a weird character to love. I guess he's probably has fun doing it because
he doesn't really have to act much. He could just like say things and like hit people. Like you get to play a badass. Like hell yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's just fond of the character. But like you said, he's not really a character. He's just a person.
He's not a character. It's like Mad Max. Mad Max is not a character. The character is the adventure.
Do you think I know we haven't talked about 4 a lot, but we'll get back to it. Do you think after 5 they'll make another one without him?
They will. They'll continue this fucking franchise as long as possible.
I've heard Spielberg say he wants to do a girl one. So
I mean, that's fine. Just do it. Don't fucking talk about it. Just do it.
Indiana Joanne.
Don't make it canon. Just make it a fucking Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah,
because that's the problem I have with 4. They bring Marion back. And one of the best things about the trilogy is that you can watch any of those movies just on their own. And you get a complete story either way. Like the trilogy almost kind of isn't even really like canon to each other. Like you can just watch them in any order. And they work.
Sala and what's his face returns from Raiders.
But even in Raiders, we didn't know a whole lot about them. They're still the same characters when we meet them in Last Crusade. They're still just goofy sidekicks. It's not like they grow or progress or anything. They're still just goofy assholes. So it's like you can watch Last Crusade first and then go back and watch Raiders, and then like you can watch them in any order. This you have to at least have some knowledge of Raiders, and that fucking sucks. Stupid.
They reference the Ark of the Covenant in 4, and it's how do you feel about the opening of this one? Every Indiana Jones movie has like a weird opening, or like it's where he gets thrown out of the trunk.
Oh, that could have been cool. That could have been a cool reveal if they didn't fucking ruin that shot in the trailer.
Yeah, that was the trailer.
And it's like you just see his silhouette and he like puts his fucking hat on and then it pans up. And someone, I think it was Red Letter Media, when they did their review of it, they pointed out that the line Harrison Ford says doesn't make any sense for Indy's character, where he goes like, I think his friend Sam or whatever is also in the trunk, and they is it Mac?
That's his name.
They pull him out of the trunk, and Indy says, "You're embarrassing us," when really he should have said, "You're embarrassing me," because Indy only really cares about himself. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like he should have said that, and he didn't.
Isn't his first line Russia or Russians?
Russians. I hate these guys.
Yeah, that's like his first line in the film. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, first of all, you're just playing on the era of we hate Russia now, so no more Nazis. Russia's the enemy.
Which I hope they bring the Nazis back, because there's still Nazis today.
There's not as many.
Nazis have always been around, though.
They're gonna do the people, the rednecks. That's
the KKK.
KKK.
Dude. Trump. Bunch of
Trump
fucking
rallies.
Well, it would be set in like the 60s, so Trump wouldn't have been alive.
Trump was alive in the 60s, wasn't
he? A baby. You want Indiana Jones to punch baby Trump in the face?
Yeah, just reference it, but like, this guy's no good. And then
this guy's gonna be president. Everyone's gonna hate him.
So yeah, the trunk scene in the warehouse beginning. How do you feel? I think that was kind of a cool moment where he's like, "You need some bullets because it's a magnetic and shit." But what's weird is that, like, why does it become more magnetic when you take it out of the box? Like the wooden crate that it's in? That doesn't make any sense.
Does it? And I don't think Steven Spielberg or fucking George Lucas fucking realized
magnetism it goes through things. It doesn't matter if it's inside of something.
I think they just did it because they were like, oh, audiences aren't going to fucking get it.
If you put a giant magnet in a room, it's gonna have the same effect as if you put a giant magnet in a box in a room. I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. They didn't care. You think they gave a fuck?
No. Because it's like whenever they take it out of the wooden crate, like all the lights move and their guns start flying and their dog tags and stuff. And I'm pretty sure dog tags aren't magnetic, but
I don't.
No, some dude's glasses go to it, and glasses aren't made of metal. They're
Maybe in
like,
the 50s they were.
no, they weren't.
You don't know that.
They had plastic back then.
No, they didn't.
In the 60s,
they only had metal.
Everything was metal.
Their guns were metal.
That's why they had lead poisoning all the time because all their cups were made of metal.
Exactly, they were drinking metal.
Drinking liquid metal.
And they were drinking the T-1000.
Jeez, confirmed.
That's
and
why
Jones, Terminator, in the same universe.
Shit, dog.
Shit, dog.
Case.
Shit, dog. What else? What do you feel about the Ukrainian chick? Why is she leading Russia?
What the fuck's her name? Isla Spano or whatever?
Iva? I don't know.
Eva plays her. She's fine, I guess. She's another villain, I guess. Like, she doesn't really do much. She's just another villain who wants the thing.
And the best side character, Shia
LaBeouf as Mutt Williams. Which, where the fuck did that name come from?
He made it. He made it up.
He just made Mutt Williams?
Yeah, because he doesn't like Henry Jones III.
Why didn't he take his mom's last name?
Because that is his mom's last name.
Her
Marion Williams.
Ravenwood.
She remarried. That's what they said.
So her maiden name was Williams?
No. Her maiden name is Ravenwood. She remarried Williams, and he thinks his dad is Williams. Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
That's why when he keeps saying Marion Williams, Indy's like, who the fuck are you talking about? I don't know who that is.
Still, fucking Mutt. What kind of name is Mutt? You like that over fucking Henry? Like, what the fuck is that?
What do you got the stupid character trait of him with the comb?
It's the 50s, man.
And the diner scene where
I like that scene. I think that's fun. Because there was a lot of visual kind of points in it, like when Mutt takes the drink off of that waiter's tray, he turns around and then Indiana Jones puts it back on the thing. Like, it's just like fun, subtle visual character stuff. And then when the big fight breaks out in the diner for like no real reason, and then everybody like runs out, like that's fun. That's a fun Indiana Jones moment.
It's so weird that like half the room has like the leather jacket that Shia LaBeouf's wearing, and the other half is the jocks or whatever. Like, it's
fucking West Side Story, dude.
West Side Story.
Another Spielberg movie.
And then we have the motorcycle chase after
which
that.
Is fucking awesome. That is an awesome scene.
The motorcycle thing?
Hell yeah.
Why? What's so good about that?
It's classic Indiana Jones. It's Harrison Ford just fucking on a motorcycle being a badass.
But he's not driving it. He's just on it.
No, but he's like hanging off of cars and shit. Like, it's awesome. And then he like they slide under that table, and then one of the students is like, "Hey, Mr. Jones, do I got homework this week?" And he's like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself, kid." And so it's like there's quips and like stuff back and forth.
All right, I'll give you that. What happens after? I don't even remember. I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
I didn't either because I refused to watch it.
What happened after the chase scene?
They catch him, don't they? And then they take him to that like camp out in the woods.
Yeah. Is that what happens? Maybe. No, then they go to the graveyard thing. That's what happens next. They go to the graveyard and they got those spooky people with the faces, and he hits the guy with the shovel.
Oh yeah.
Because they're looking for that the skull.
Yeah, and he goes the guy pops up and he goes to blow it like a dart in him, but then Henry grabs it and then he's fucking he like sprays it back, but that's not how work.
No, he had the dart in there backwards. That's why it worked.
It wouldn't have affected Indiana Jones anyway. So that guy's a dumbass.
Yeah, it does. Well, earlier they blew a dart and it hit the shovel. Which how in the fucking world does that happen? They hit the handle of the shovel, which is super skinny. Don't know how that works. But yeah, the one guy's like aiming it at Mutt, and then he just pops up.
He just pops up from somewhere. He just pops up in a frame. I'm like, that's not how poison darts work, Spielberg.
It doesn't just flip around in the tube.
There's not a two side. It's not like a toothpick where it's both sides. I'm sure there's like a little like thing on the end.
I don't know.
Fucking Spielberg.
And then later on, there's the scorpion scene with Shia LaBeouf, and he's like, "Scorpion just bit me," and he goes, "How big was it?" Huge. This whole thing, this whole sequence. It's like, why the fuck was that in there?
I remember that. And it goes nowhere, and nothing happens with it.
Nothing happens. No, it's not like later on, like it's all swelled.
That would have been clever if, again, another callback to Raiders, when Mutt sees a scorpion, he goes, "Oh, scorpions, fuck," and he's like afraid of scorpions. That would have been fun.
Maybe.
That could have been like, "Oh, Indy's afraid of snakes, Mutt's afraid of fucking scorpions." But no, he gets bit by one, and then it moves on.
It's just, how big was it? Huge. That's it.
Huge.
Why did you? First of all, it's a CGI scorpion, so you wasted
money. Is like CGI.
You wasted money on this scene for no fucking reason.
Because this was the era where it's like, oh fuck, CGI. Like this is a new thing. Like shit, we got
2008 CGI too. Or didn't Transformers come out in 2007? So this is like right after Transformers. Yeah. This is where this because Shia LaBeouf was Chris Pratt back in the day. He's like,
fuck, he really was. Every generation has a Chris Pratt, and ours was fucking Shia LaBeouf.
It's Chris Pratt now. Who was it before Shia? Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, fucking Eddie Murphy. Fucking Harrison Ford, you fuck.
No, that's too. There's a gap. There's too big of a gap in there. Harrison Ford was the 80s. Who's the 90s one?
Keanu Reeves.
I don't know. He's got The Matrix. What else has he got?
He had like Point Break, and he had Bill and Ted, and he had all these other fucking karate movies that he's been
have to
making.
Think about that more. I feel like there's a bigger person, Keanu Reeves, out there.
Bigger than Keanu? How dare you?
Yeah. Anyways, back to Crystal Skull. Then they go to the camp thing, and they find that crazy guy. I don't know what his name is.
It's a character that we have never seen, but we're apparently supposed to know. Because Indy and him have some kind of relationship, but it would have been fucking clever. And I know that guy's probably dead, but the dude who played, was it Maxwell from Raiders and Last Crusade?
His Marion?
His college friend or whatever.
I know. What was his name?
But that guy. It would have been clever if it was like that character. Because that would. But
I think he did pass away.
Recast. Who cares?
Recast. You can't do that.
And they have before in the past.
Can't do that. No. I'm trying to figure out what his name is. Marcus.
That's what it is. Marcus. I thought it was Maxwell for some reason, but it should have been Marcus.
Did he pass away?
He probably did. That's probably why I wasn't in it.
He died in 92, so yeah, he was dead for like 16 years before this movie came. Rest in peace.
Why didn't they bring Sala back too? Like fucking A, dude.
Sala could have came back. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't.
Rhys Davies.
I think they were gonna do a cameo, but he said he didn't want to be just a cameo in it. So
fuck this movie. I don't want to be in it.
Fuck this movie. Yeah, I don't know what the crazy dude is, but that found. I don't remember what his name was either in the movie. But he shows up, and then they escape the pit, and that's when the sand pit happens. They escape the camp, and that's when the sand pit thing happens. Which is
they fall in the fucking quicksand.
The quicksand, which is kind of a weird scene that doesn't do anything either, but
it's there just to have like a comedic thing in it.
Well, they do reveal that Mutt is his kid during that scene, so I guess that's what it's for.
That's when they're tied up in the truck, like towards the end.
No, it was that scene.
No, because don't they, when they're tied up on the truck, doesn't he go like, "Oh, you're my dad"? Like what?
That's when Indiana Jones figures it out that he's his kid. Mutt doesn't find out until the truck scene that he's his dad.
Oh, okay.
Because Marion thought they were gonna die, so she told her.
Oh, yeah, I don't fucking remember this movie.
Yeah, and that's when. So I guess that's what that scene's for. I don't know. Because then right after that, they get out of the quicksand, but then they get captured again. So, and then that's when the Saw scene.
And he tells that guy to go find help. That like crazy guy. He's like, "Go find help." He comes back with help, and Indy's mad at him.
But it's the bad guys.
Who the fuck else is in this jungle?
Some Indian tribe. I don't know.
You got help, Indy. Be fucking grateful, you bastard.
He tried his best. All right.
Tried. He's a fucking crazy man. What did you expect?
And then we get the big Saw truck scene.
Yeah. Another CG fucking nonsense mess.
CG nightmare. Then that's where this movie goes balls to the wall. They escape in the truck scene, and then the monkey scene fucking happens.
Fucking monkey scene, dude.
Well, before that, they're like driving on the truck, and Mutt's fencing comes into play. Remember, he starts fighting with the swords. Nah, that's stupid. And then he pulls his groin, because I remember that being a big thing in the media back in the day.
Yeah, that was like a marketing thing. I don't know why
they showed it. You could see it in the film where he like does it. Like you see him like fall over because like he does something to himself. They kept it in the film, but still, like it's so weird. But then he gets like tangled up in some vines or something while they're driving
with the goddamn monkeys, the CG monkeys.
It's such a fucking weird scene.
It's fucking Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
And then he somehow gets back to the truck, and then the ant scene happens, which is actually kind of terrifying.
It's up
because like
eat a guy.
Yeah, that guy falls in, and then like he just gets eaten alive by some ants. I'm like,
horrifying.
Jesus Christ, it's so freaking scary. And then apparently the skull just repels him. That's never explained why that's a thing.
But yeah, that is weird. Maybe they're made of magnets. Who knows?
They're made of magnets, but when they stick to it,
fuck, you're right.
I don't know.
Ask Steven Spielberg. These are the questions that we need answered in Indy 5.
I don't fucking know. And then they go to the pyramid, and they almost die from the Indian tribe. See, he could have found help. The Indian tribe was out there. I told you.
That was fucking all the way out there, though. They needed help like now.
He could have just fucking dipped and ran all the way there. He probably would have died.
I don't think he knew those people were there because they were hiding like in the wall.
He did, because he's been there before.
But he's crazy now, Devin.
Remember, but he asked, he's like, how'd you get it past him last time? And then he pulled the skull out.
But they weren't there. They were all in the fucking, they were like hiding in the walls.
Yeah, but still.
He can't, and he can't go to those people that will attack him. He can't just be like, yo, help. They will attack him.
Follow me.
Follow me. I'm just some crazy white man.
That's the second time a weird tribe has just come out of the walls in that movie. Now that I think about it, because the graveyard scene, never explained who these people are, but they're just there.
Doesn't matter. They're crazy Indian people.
They're in the holes in the walls. That's it. Hole in the wall. It used to be a TV show. It still is, I think.
Hole in the wall.
Yeah, remember like the wall would like come towards you.
Game show.
Yeah, you had to like jump through it.
That is.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Indiana Jones, and then I don't remember what really happens in the temple. But then there's aliens.
I don't know. They go down. There's like the steps, and then the steps are like going back into the wall, so they have to get down to the fucking thing really quick before they just fall to their death.
But they all fall in anyway, so it doesn't matter. Plus, there's water down there. It's not like there's.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a scene. They didn't know they needed to build tension, so they just fucking made a scene. There's also that truck scene where they go down a waterfall and they all should have died, but they didn't.
Oh yeah. It lands on a tree. How fucking coincidental.
At least in Temple of Doom, when they fell out of the plane on the fucking like blow up boat, at least they just like went full on with it and was like, yeah, all of your bones should be broken, but fuck it, like whatever. This is like, oh, we have to make it realistic. We have to have them land on a tree and then fall into a thing. And it's like, no, just have them fall into the fucking thing.
And then the truck also happens to be a boat truck that can float.
Yeah, it's all boat truck.
All these things that are just so coincidental that happen. Yeah.
It's like, all right.
But yeah, and then they go into the temple and then they find the alien people.
Yeah, it's fucking aliens. So there's aliens in this universe.
This goes back to our previous episode with the Spider-Man 3 shit. Where does this fucking come from? Just there's aliens now.
Well, I mean, there are like ghosts and like religion shit in this. I mean, it was a mystical
ghosts.
The things that come out of the ark.
That's the Jesus Christ shit. It's the angels or whatever.
Jesus exists. So why not aliens?
These are fucking aliens. They're not Jesus.
Well, technically, according to George Lucas, they're interdimensional beings because aliens would have been too stupid to put in the movie.
They live in the space between spaces.
But they're interdimensional beings, Devin.
It doesn't. No, he's just saying they're aliens.
They are. They're aliens.
They fly away in a fucking flying saucer.
They look like aliens. They act like aliens. They're fucking aliens.
And they go into space. Fucking whatever.
And apparently there's like they go on the thing and there's like 15 of them, but then they all form one thing.
Yeah. I never understood that. Like there's a bunch of them, and then when you put the head on it and you ask for the wish, because you get one wish apparently.
Yeah, because they're like the Dragon Balls.
And the stupid lady, she's like, I want to know everything. What? No, your brain can't comprehend everything.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. She fucking like melts.
Yeah, she just like blows up or something.
Yeah, and then the aliens just leave. They're just like, hey, all right, peace.
Because the alien's like, you stupid, you dumb bitch.
What was the overall goal of the movie? Did they just want to find that place?
I think they wanted to return the skull because that one guy was crazy, and then he wasn't crazy afterwards.
They needed Indiana Jones for this?
Apparently.
They couldn't have found this fucking place.
He accomplished his mission. It's the second movie for him to do that.
Is that what he wanted though? Because then what was the conflict between Indy and the Russian lady?
I think he actually went to go save the mom, the Marion chick, but I don't know. He just happened.
At some point, they just have the skull, and then the Russians are chasing after them to get the skull. So it's like, did Indy want to go to this thing?
It's been like 8 years since I've seen this movie. All right. So cut me some slack. I don't know exactly. I forgot Max also in this movie, and he's like a triple agent. He goes back and forth.
Yeah. I'm on your side now. Oh, now I'm on the Russian side. And then he fucking dies. It's like, good.
Because he's a greedy bastard. He could have got out, but he's like picking up all the gold, and then it just sucks him.
He's a greedy fat fuck.
It's a greedy bastard. And then the very end is the wedding. That's how the
goddamn wedding.
Quadrilogy ends with
because every action hero you want to see in a suit marrying somebody.
He still has his fedora though,
I guess,
and it blows away.
And then you think it's gonna be mud, and then Indiana Jones is like, "No, go fuck yourself," and he takes the hat back and puts it on.
I'm so glad they didn't let him put it on because like that would just ruin the whole movie.
That would have ruined the movie.
I'm being sarcastic.
That would have ruined the movie.
That would have been what put me over the edge.
Actually, probably would have at least made the movie a little better.
But he's not coming back. We'll never see him again.
Who gives a shit? He might come back. I don't know if he.
They may recast him when he comes back.
That's fine. I'm totally fine with that.
But you need to have continuity, man.
Again, fuck the continuity. The part of Indy 4 that I don't like is the fact that it has continuity, that it connects to something.
How do you think? Do you think 5 will have the continuity?
It will. They're bringing back Sala, apparently, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, Disney's making it, so.
Of course. So, they're going to be like, oh, remember the fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark? Like, yeah, it's on Blu-ray. I watched it.
Yeah, because Disney owns Lucasfilm, so they're making it.
I watched it like 2 months ago, Disney. Like, yeah, I remember this fucking movie.
Disney didn't make 4, did they?
No.
They didn't own Lucasfilms back then.
No. That was just Lucasfilm.
Just being Lucasfilms.
Being Lucasfilm.
So was that their last movie that they did?
When did Red Tails come out?
Don't know.
Because that might have been the last one. George Lucas's weird passion project about black pilots. That might have been the last.
I really want to see the drop off for him. Like, what the fuck happened?
I think it happened right around Phantom Menace.
Probably because it makes sense. Because Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and then Indiana Jones 4. Like they were all bad.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck happened, George?
I think he just was like, oh, man.
Georgie. What happened?
So this Crystal Skull would definitely be the last on the thing. So I'd say Temple of Doom, Raiders, Last Crusade, and then Crystal Skull.
I go Raiders, Last Crusade, Temple of Doom, Crystal Skull. That's what I go.
So in order.
No, Last Crusade and then Temple of Doom.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
I told you Temple of Doom is the weakest, but I consider it almost on the same level. They're just slightly less.
That's weird.
It's just too dark for an Indiana Jones for me.
I think Indiana Jones should be fucking dark. The first movie had fucking Nazi killing and face melted.
Yeah, it could be dark, but it's also relatively lighthearted. Temple of Doom is not.
Temple of Doom, he saves all the slaves.
Yeah, that's the good part. But
he saves all those little kids.
He gets the shit beat out of him, and he gets stabbed by voodoo dolls, and he almost gets his heart ripped out. Like that's a little dark.
That is dark.
It's not as dark as BBS, but
Fuck you. This movie's way darker than Batman vs Superman. Are you fucking kidding me?
Everybody complains BVS is too dark.
Not. It's a goofy comic book movie.
You're a goofy comic book movie.
I wish I was.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? before we wrap up here?
That's it.
All right. Well, am I doing the closing too?
You are.
This has been I believe the 11th episode of the Real Duo Podcast, aka the most mediocre podcast on the internet. I don't know the rest of the AKAs.
We've stopped doing those because it was a bad joke.
It was a bad joke. We talked about the news and we did an Indiana Jones ranking today. That's all we did.
That's all we did.
That's all we did. I don't know what we're gonna do next week.
Fucking nothing.
Nothing. No episodes.
Ever again.
Nah, we'll probably do an episode next week.
Probably.
We'll do something stupid. We'll review like a video game or something.
I want to review cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
I want to talk about cupcakes.
That's not entertainment.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about cupcakes. That can be entertaining.
No. You can talk about Cuphead.
I could talk about Cuphead. I never beat Cuphead though.
But then go beat it, and the next week we can talk about it.
I'm not because I gotta get an Xbox again. I'm not spending another $200.
What happened to your Xbox?
Sold it because it had no games.
Oh shit! Go rebuy it.
No, I gotta go buy
a
fucking VCR.
Well, this has been the 11th episode. I don't know how to end it.
You need now you know how I feel.
we need something to say just to be the end.
Come up with
always put eggs when you're in your baking when you're making cookies.
Did you just have a stroke? What the hell did you just say?
Always put eggs in your flour when you're making cookies.
Boom, there you go.